Hey guys, welcome to another show with the comic menu with one of your co-hosts, Dell. I'm gonna bring on our other co-host, Caesar. Say hi, Caesar.
Hello, Caesar. How are you doing, Dell? Everything's going all right?
Oh, that reminds me, I went. For everybody to know, I don't work with my old job anymore. I have a new job. I am now a shift manager for a company called Scooters Coffee. So I'm so happy. I was in there today checking it out. They're still building the place up, so I've been busy with that.
Are they,
Trying.
are they giving you Wednesdays off or early getting
Yeah,
it off?
yeah, I already talked to them. We got that. I mean, we have so many amazing guests coming up. I had to get that day off,
Yeah.
especially with guests that are giving giveaways. What's up, Jake? What's up, Brian?
Brian.
So yes, guys, tune in. We are gonna be giving. We are gonna give some details on the giveaway that our host or our guest is gonna be providing. I will let him give the information up to you and let you know. Just stay tuned. Before we do that, we are gonna put. We have another co-host today. It's one of those randoms. You know how we do. Sometimes we bring up some people.
Pretty random.
Um, some people don't like him. I think a lot of people don't like. Quite a few bit don't like him. Caesar doesn't like him, but we brought him either way. We need diversity here, guys. We need diversity. And with that being said, we are going to bring in Dorf.
Yeah, look at that.
Doesn't get more random than I did than me. So happy to bring in some diversity. Miami Heat fan. What's going on?
Yeah, we don't do that here.
Look, I've got my Captain America Civil War shirt on.
All right. I mean, we're gonna say Spurs are.
No, we beat them in the finals once. I was there.
We saw it. We saw it in the finals too. So
it's okay. But I was at the game when we won.
All right. Well, that's nice. Look at it.
I was in the vicinity.
We already have 15 people, and I doubt it's for Dorf. It's probably for the next guy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. For the next guy. With that being said, our next guy is.
There he is.
Lostboy.
What up?
Let me get myself off.
What up, everybody? How we doing?
No, we're doing good.
No one's here for me, by the way. I'm just off to the side.
There you go, Nick.
Hey, with all that negativity in the comment section, right. Charlie is here, guys. He is the owner of Lostboy Comics. Charlie, let them know what you do, what you present. I know we did a little breakthrough last time, but let's do it again.
Yeah. So Lostboy Comics specialize in store and online in slabs. In store, I have obviously tons of raw books for people to come rummage through, but I'm a big slab collector. So one day I decided, hey, let's start selling some slabs, and here we are 3 years later, growing fast.
Yeah, that's why I like you.
You're giving away books, and that Dorf has never won.
Yeah, and you know what? He's a big buyer. So for him not to win, I mean, we have to change that up soon.
I won't argue that fact. I just like to point out, when you say big, it's not just because I'm a fat ass.
No, never. No.
Just putting that out there.
You're not that fat, Dorf.
How you put that fat?
Nicest thing he's ever said to me.
Well, I don't know what's considered fat.
Me.
Well, yes, but what?
This guy, this is my co-host here, dude.
Well, I'm just trying to say. I mean, what is considered? How much do you weigh, Dorf? What are you thinking?
I'm just shy of 3.
All right, and how tall are you? Say you're
5'8".
Okay, yeah, all right. Let's continue on.
Caesar said, "Okay."
Okay, yeah, you're fat. That was lovely, Caesar. I feel it.
Daddy, yes, it's on Facebook and on YouTube.
Oh mercy.
So speaking of giveaways, I do have something special for everyone who joins our little party tonight. Everyone who joins and chats and makes a comment, has fun with us, gets a chance to win this amazing Spider-Punk 1/50.
Yeah, that's you know what, Spider-Punk is a character that it's kind of like
98.
Is he gonna like break out and then I don't know. I don't know about that guy.
So me personally, I think that he was a huge joy in the last movie. I think he was amazing. He was. Now, are they going to make him something better or anything like that? I have no idea, but
yeah. Oh, he was good. He was good in that movie. Yeah. I will say that. Yep.
Hey, well, I know James is here, and he told me that they are going to do a solo title for James. What's the name of that girl that they're doing a solo title again? Because I was reading into it, and they want to do an animated movie about her, and maybe add her to the Spider Verse. But Jackpot, which is
Oh,
yeah.
MJ.
yeah. So that would be
yeah.
that would be something interesting to look into, also, especially get your deals out there, guys. So
He said Taylor Swift.
I watched Spider Verse 2 finally. Okay, well, Nick, you just finally saw it. What were your thoughts? And while you're thinking and commenting, have you seen it, Dorf?
Of course.
Of course.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
Of course.
We'll start off with Dorf. What are your thoughts on this? Because I know he's seen it. So let's go with Dorf. What are your thoughts on Spider Verse 2?
So, I mean, the first one was amazing, and I wasn't expecting it to live up to that, but it was still so much fun, so interesting in where they can go from where they left off. I'm looking forward to the third chapter. Unfortunately, got delayed with everything else, but it's just so much fun. And I'm not down on the MCU like everybody else and whatever, but first of all, it's awesome that Marvel is finally nailing animated films, because that's the one thing DC had, where they really do some quality animated stuff.
Yeah.
They just can't do anything else. Whereas Marvel's now doing it in both areas.
It's almost like a reversal thing. Well, no, yeah, it is true. Marvel is stepping up, and mainly in this Spider Verse. When I thought it was a little slow in the beginning, I was kind of like, okay, let's get going. There's a lot of buildup, and then became a very fun movie. But it was better than I thought. It ended better than the beginning, so it's I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It started with Gwen's scene, so I was hooked immediately. I was like, yes, the comic come to life. It was super exciting for myself.
I like how they added Childish Gambino, like a real version of him.
Yeah.
In this, that was pretty cool. Like, he's the Prowler or a different version, and it's him.
Yeah.
Not like animated. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. No, that was a twist, right? That was at the end. Mm-hmm. So it's I just hope that they keep that momentum going on the next one, which is stated now for 2025. You're saying?
Yeah.
So all right. So here we go. But the way the way the universe has been working and this world's been spinning, it's gonna come like that. Because this year, Halloween's done. We're going into Thanksgiving. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Christmas, and then Happy New Year. Then what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
I'm also a big Spider-Man 2099 fan, and I thought they did really, really well.
They did.
Originally tough to I mean, I understand because it was moving everywhere, but for us older people, I understand that. But when it comes to younger kids, if you watch what they see, right, it's just like regular. They're so used to it, and I get it was more for them, and it was more for them, honestly. And my kids enjoyed it. I was at the drive-in when I watched it, and all the kids around us were like, "Oh, that's cool! Look, Spider-Man!" And they don't know the other characters, but there was a good way to introduce it to them without reading the comic yet. Now, if in the future, if they want to read the comic, they can. Like, Spider-Punk was a cool character to certain people around our age. They already knew about it. Kids didn't know who he was. Now oh, that's a cool Spider-Man. They don't know who he is or what his name is. Kyle. My bad, Kyle. Talking about Kyle, me and Dorf were just talking about you. Congrats on those 9.9s and 10s, Kyle. And you're killing it. I'm waiting for the book. I know he's got printed. If you're back to Kickstarter, guys, I honestly can't wait. I back to Kickstarter. Did y'all back to Kickstarter?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yep.
So congratulations on it, Kyle.
Extras.
If you guys have not checked out Kyle's art, you really need to. He did a remark for me on Spider-Man 1 Silver, and he did it in Gwenum. And it's like one of the prize in my possessions. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I've got Kyle working on a blank cover for me.
Nice.
Yes, it is Lieutenant Dorf.
Now I can comment.
It's a blank Green Lantern book, because Green Lantern is my favorite. And I've never seen Kyle touch anything DC/Green Lantern related.
That's
so
true.
I'm looking forward to what he does with it.
Very nice.
Another artist on here that has a Kickstarter. I backed up number 4. He has one number issue 5 up.
5.
Fortunately, I won't be able to back that one. I have to wait until 6 because I don't have a job right now until the 24th when I officially start working with my new job. So I can't back anything at the moment, but I will get it on the 6th one. So I am pretty sure he was gonna do like the tiers. They usually do that, so I appreciate the Kickstarters. But look, 2 good Kickstarters are on here with 2 great artists. That's cool.
Hold on, since we did touch base with the fact that Kyle and his Kickstarter was successful, Kyle today, I got to see one picture of it, got the tattoo of pouches on his arm.
Oh, that's right.
They got huge thing. It's awesome.
Yeah, he did get that stretch goal, and he's like, "Well, I gotta." I mean, he said it in our show. If it happens, it happens. I got to do it.
You know? He did say that. Hey, send a picture, Kyle. We can show it off right now.
Yeah. But if you guys don't know already, right? So we're gonna be doing a giveaway later today. Not giveaway here, but Charlie has the details on it. But go ahead and tag your friends. Hit up some people. You know, I don't know. I get it. A lot of people come in for the.
Charlie, are you going to be doing it on your personal page or Lost Boy Comics or the Lost Boy Comics group?
So I don't want to do it in the Lost Boy Comics group just because that's a private thing. So I will do it on the Lost Boy page, and I'll go live tomorrow. Del, you're going to give me all the names from tonight's show, and we'll do a live drawing, and we'll spin the wheel of destiny. Jonathan.
I see it. And I love that you're calling me Jonathan like I'm somehow embarrassed of my real name.
No. Never.
My name is Dorf, goddammit.
All right, Dorf.
How would you do that? What's your name? Dale.
What? Hold on.
So would it be like, would you just tell everybody, hey, Andrew, what's going on? I know why Andrew's here because I was on his live unboxing today. And, there it is.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
That's funny. I just took a picture too.
Attaboy, Kyle. The man of his word. Look at that.
The process. Oh, so you covered up it.
Slow and steady.
That's
Slow
right.
and steady.
That's
so
right.
that one goes to here.
Oh, that's
Crazy.
a good cover up.
Yeah, great
job.
Dude, it looks good.
Badass.
Great job. Wow. All right. So I was saying that I jumped
Love the
on.
face.
I jumped on Palm's unboxing on IG, and I said, "Oh, we're gonna be talking about Invincible season 1 today." And he's like, "I'm in," because we know he's all happy because he just got a 9.8 Invincible 2, the first Adam Eve. So he's like in the moon, right? And we were just talking about what people consider grails. That's like one of his grails. For me, it's because I'm not whatever, but for him, everything's all subjective, right? So
What does not whatever mean?
you know what I mean. What's the grail, right? Grail is subjective.
Caesar, what's your grail?
I might have. I'm not gonna.
Dude, it's like what? I'm not gonna say nothing.
Well, I have an unboxing coming soon.
Okay,
It's
all right.
gonna be on there.
Hold on.
All right.
But your grail has changed, Caesar, because there was once upon a time where I knew what your grail was, and I made sure you got it.
Yeah, no. So as we all know, right? Once you get a grail, it's like you go on for the next and next and next. It always changes. I mean, if that was the case, my grail at the time, what was it, Dorf? What 116? The ASM.
I
Is that what
honestly
it
don't
was?
remember now.
I don't remember now. And it was the MS5, and I got it. It was
That's
the
what I
Punisher, and I got it. It was the giant size X-Men, and I got it.
See, but
Then
I still have my all-time grail that I ever wanted. I had my top 3. I've gotten 2 of them. They're still my number 1 and my number 2 that I had. Now I have others that I'm hunting for now that are
Right.
searching.
To answer your question, Charlie,
129 was my all-time.
let's be honest. I have top 3.
Okay.
And I'm working on getting 2 already.
All right.
The one that's eluding me is the ASM 2.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
That's the one.
I had it. I sold it.
See,
Dorf, was that part of your mega deal that you did with the Jordan?
No. I sold that I sold that when it was.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
I got it on a great deal, and I moved
Let it loose. That a boy.
you just don't see it too often, the ASM 2s, and I want it graded. I don't want one raw.
Oh,
so
no, yeah.
2.0.
It was a 2.0.
I'll take a 2.0. because it's the last one I need to complete my Sinister Six first appearances.
Well,
Love
I
it.
can go back to the group that I ran it in and see who won it, see if they still have it and want to move it.
I'm still paying off shit. I'm on standby till I pay off these other books. But yeah, man, it's Grail is what is Grail is. Shit, somebody might say Deathlockers are Grail.
Yeah.
First appearance. Okay, I'm not
They'd
gonna
be
talk shit about
wrong, but they could say it.
That's what makes comics so great, right? Everyone's got the thing they love and want so much, and they get it, and then I also want that too, So
Then the thing about comics is there's also grails that, like, yes, they're my grails, but I don't ever expect to get them. And some of the time I do
Right.
get them,
Yeah.
and it blows my freaking mind. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a Green Lantern fan. Never did I think I would own a Showcase 22.
22. Yeah.
And I
Well-
have Case 22 3.5.
Oh, there you go.
Ever did I think that would happen. I
Yeah.
also have Green Lantern #1. Never thought that was going to happen.
This brings up a good conversation. I would like the chat. It's already kind of started doing it. I like the chat to put down what their number one Grail is.
Great.
Spawn
idea.
189, black and white variant.
Spawn 185, black and white. Clifford said Spider-Man number 502 in a 9.6 signed by with the yellow label. Me.
I'm trying to figure out who was the one that signed
Yeah,
it.
ME. I'm trying to think. Who did
he
art in
wants to sign it
502?
himself.
Oh.
Clifford, was that you?
Clifford, is that what you're trying to say? You want to sign it and then have it graded?
I actually own my girls FF48, 49, 50, and SS1.
Very nice.
Oh, 48
Very nice.
was a Grail for me. For a
I
while.
just
Oh,
got
yeah.
48. Actually, it was 48.
It was
That's
48.
the one I helped you find.
That's right.
And I just got
Yes.
48.
There you go. So it's
He wanted to sign it himself.
let's put it this way: the Grails, the two Grails I'm working out on, I never in my life thought that I was going to own it. It comes to show you, it just comes to show you that you just never know. And it just so happens I have two separate friends who happen to come upon them. And I said, I need a payment plan. They're like, it's yours. So I happen to have two friends to have two of my three Grails
All right.
for me to work with.
All right.
that
So
is
since
what
you're not going to tell us the title, we're going to play a little game. Sub 10K book?
Oh, it's under 10K.
Okay. Just checking. Just want to get.
Oh, no,
there.
no. It's not cool. It's under 5K.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. At the grade he's getting it's under 5K.
He's still some of
Guaranteed
these.
Yes.
Caesar, if you got a higher grade.
We know it's not a Amazing Fantasy 15 or anything like
I'll
that.
say it again. Not an AF-15, not a Hulk
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Not a 181, X-Men 1, or Avengers 1.
Okay. Would you consider?
Is it
Or
DC?
ASM 1?
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, see, I don't want to give out. Okay, I'll give you guys
There's a
one
lot
clue.
of 70s.
One clue. Go ahead. What the one? You just said it, Charlie. Ask me again.
I said it's a DC, so that makes me want to say something
It's a DC book.
like,
It's a DC book. As a matter of fact, yes, it's a DC book.
I want to say first appearance of Flash.
I was going to say something like
You know what? That's on my
the
list.
Batmobile.
No.
All right. All right. He said it again.
See, it can't be a major Batman because that would be
Way over 10K. Yeah.
No. Okay, that's it. Let's continue
All
on.
right.
Next one is my girl.
Well, if I was
Excellent,
this close to
that's
saying something, it would have been blown wide open.
All right. I'm gonna go to Lee to put out my top 3. The one that I still don't have is Hulk 181, which is what Lee Wong said in the Messenger.
Oh, got it right here.
He was
Yeah,
looking for it
don't
also.
get me
So-
wrong.
So
Lee,
let's go-
love you, brother.
Let's go with that. Well, he said 181, right? And that's his grill. But to somebody else, a 180 is the grill to them because of the whole situation.
Mhm.
Well, let's go. We haven't had a real conversation about this. Which one is it? 181 or 181?
I-
Easy.
No, let's go one by one. Let's go with Dark. He's already eager to talk about it.
I'm sorry. To me, it's black and white. One is a cameo. Yes, it's a full page cameo, but he doesn't do anything in the issue.
Yep.
He's just there on a page.
Yep.
There is a full appearance, just like I have X-Men Annual 14, which is the cameo appearance of Gambit,
Yep.
and he's actually in a few different panels in that one. But his full appearance is still
Speedo
two
Bull.
separate things. Now I have both, and both are in 9/8, and I'm very proud to have them. one day I would love to have 280 and 180 and 181,
Mhm.
but I want the first full appearance.
What's up, Lee?
Yeah.
Because I own 180 and not 181. 180 is the first appearance.
I knew it. I knew you would say it.
100%. Now the thing is that if 181 falls in my lap and I get a good deal, which right now is a good deal for any book because it is, I'll get it 100% because you got to have. If you have 180, you got to have 181. You just it's peanut and butter. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
peanut butter and jelly. It's got to happen. I'm gonna say full. Okay, what's the other one? Is it 299 that shows the face of Venom?
Yeah, and then you also got
Where
Gambit.
he's like coming out of the ground or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
At the
And
end.
people consider to be the first, but then again, Venom, Black Suit Spidey, and all that bullshit.
Mhm.
252, Star Wars, not Star Wars, Secret Wars 8,
140. Is it 140?
141, 140,
Yeah.
141. The team
141 is Marvel.
Yeah.
team up.
You might as well get both.
Then you have the ASM 300.
Yep.
Uh,
I think 141's cover is better. It's better than all of them.
Marvel Team Up 141 9.8 is the only one I'm missing to have
That's a
all
hard
4
one.
of those in 9.8.
Yeah.
So,
So if anyone has it in a 9.8, this guy.
what wasn't there an article on Marvel? I think Marvel Age of the Black costume, like in an ad.
Secret Wars number 7 or 8.
No,
or,
it
not
wasn't
8.
Secret Wars. It was a different book altogether.
It's Marvel. Yeah, right.
Is it Marvel Age, isn't it?
Marvel Ages. You're correct. You're right.
Okay,
And
and
it's
it's
a
Well, like a preview?
yeah, like a
Yes.
preview.
It's a sketch. It's a mock-up sketch that someone did, and they're saying that is technically, but it's not because it's not in story. It's just fucking.
So
Yeah.
the other one, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to let Tyler know that I apologize. He can't get that ASM annual one from Lost Boy because I did.
Yes, true. You did. You did.
Oh, that was one of my grails. Not an easy book to find.
No.
No.
I traded it away. I traded it away with 8 other books. And then as soon as Charlie had it, I was like, I got to get it back.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I had it for like a day and you were like, hey, listen, we got to talk. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's talk.
I'm telling you, man, instant regret is real.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't regret. I have a Michael Jordan rookie card PSA
Yes,
8
you do.
that I got.
Oh, you did a trade.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a grill.
So there's no regret, but I've already recouped 4 of the 9 books that I
Yes.
traded away.
Oh, let's
Yes.
see.
Trade
Oh,
What is the
Parker's
Jesus
going to give us
Christ.
the full answer for sure.
All right, 180 is the first in cameo appearance. He just introduces himself to the audience. 181, there's an interaction with other characters, so it's considered the first full appearance. Gambit, the X-Men annual is the first full, but Marvel actually decided X-Men 266 is his first appearance, and it has, due to the release date they planned for Gambit 266, was supposed to come out before an annual 14 originally. So when people say first appearance, they can always be right. Well, thank you, Hemingway Parker. That's a son of a bitch. That's a long one. Listen, I have 266, so that's the first appearance.
You can get annual 15. It's not an expensive book.
That
No,
isn't.
it's
It's crazy
not.
how it's
true.
not. Like,
It's true.
No,
yeah,
it's
it's
as a
just
matter of
not.
fact, 266 is not an expensive book. It's dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pick up a 9.6 for nothing. No.
What's a 9.8 go for? 700, 800?
No, it's less than that now.
It's less than that.
five,
now. Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's crazy.
It's less.
Yep.
I'm telling
No
you.
one cares
guys.
about Gambit anymore.
And then there's so many rumors of it coming out. And then there's this rumor that he's supposed to come out in Deadpool 3 with Channing Tatum coming out as Gambit.
Right, that's going to be just that's a fan. That's
I
a fan
agree.
thing they're doing. You know, kind of like what they did
Taylor
with
Swift.
Oh,
no,
yeah. That
also-
book. Hold on. Go ahead, Caesar. Go ahead. I wanna
Also
continue.
with Richard, with Reed on and help me
Oh.
out, guys.
John.
Yeah.
John
John
Krasinski.
Krasinski.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a complete fan favorite. They've been casting him for years, and they just
Yeah.
did that just for the fans.
Just a
Oh,
quick
okay,
little
okay.
blurb. Yeah.
But can we talk about how much Taylor Swift made that book raise in price? I mean, first binary, nobody really cared. I mean, not binary. Dazzler.
Dazzler,
Nobody cared about
No,
her.
no.
And then Taylor Swift gets in there. Everybody wants to buy it now because
Now,
of spec and other
let's
possibilities.
be honest. How many fans does Taylor Swift have? A
Way more than us.
shit ton, right?
Yeah.
There are people who don't give two fucks about comics, but all her fans, all the whatever ages, they want that.
Yep.
Daddy, mom, buy that for me, or they
Yep.
go and buy with their own money, whatever it is.
Yep.
So you could imagine all those people going, "Oh, I have this comic and she played her in the movie." They don't give two shits about
The
that. comic
same
book.
way as they are
Get her to
buying
sign
the
it.
jerseys for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like they're football fans now too. They're comic fans and football fans.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
it's savage. She
Yeah.
could eat. She could be like the Riddler in the new Batman movie, because she has that cult following, and she could just put on a mask and make devious plans to blow up a city. They'll be like, "Yes, anarchy."
But let's be realistic though. If she was in this movie, you think that place is gonna sell out? Yes or no?
Yes,
The theaters.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
She has her tour in the movie theaters right now. Of course, they're gonna see her in a movie, and all of a sudden they're gonna be comic fans, which is gonna be bring a resurgence to that character if she were to continue on.
Marvel is fucking genius.
I'm not
Yeah, they're
saying it's gonna
smart,
happen,
man.
but
They're smart.
They are smart to get one of the biggest pop artists right now in the world to appear in one of their movies,
Yeah.
and her part could be like 10 minutes.
If
you
that.
think it's
Could be
Marvel
4
or is it
seconds.
Ryan Reynolds though?
Because of the
Mar-
whole stunt at the game with Blake Lively, Ryan, and
It's Marvel. It's Marvel
Hugh Jackman?
because it's Marvel because if it really is going to happen, Marvel has to prove it.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
so.
after-
I think
But is it
Marvel's got
Deadpool
more
Sony
money.
still?
No,
Am I wrong?
Oh no, I don't know now.
no, Fox.
Fox, right?
Fox is owned by,
And they
Fox is
bought out
owned by
Fox.
Disney.
Fox is owned by Disney. So.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. I forget that they got it.
No, Paramount has Spider-Man. Then they have like Craven. They have
Of course.
Hulk, and they have
They don't have
Hulk,
Hulk.
was Fox. There was Hulk. Was Fox.
So
they have
Anna,
certain characters.
Anna just said it. We love Taylor Swift. That's it.
That's it.
No.
I'll be honest. If I'm going to see Taylor Swift play any comic book character, she to me looks very Poison Ivy.
Oh,
Just,
No.
that's the character I see from her.
I think she looks like the Dazzler, honestly. Like
She
that's
has
perfect.
blonde hair.
No,
Yeah,
she's
of
all
course. That's the main
poppy
reason.
and thin and
that's
wearing
true.
roller
True. Very
skates and-
like disco-y. I can see
Yeah,
that.
I could see that.
No,
Miley
I
Cyrus?
see Poison Ivy.
No,
completely.
Miley Cyrus would play
A wrecking ball.
stupid.
Colossus.
For Dazzler. No.
No, you'll probably cast like Miley Cyrus to play Jubilee or some stupid like that.
Kylie
Oh, Kitty
Kylie-
Pride. Kitty Pride.
That's a
That's a
good
good
one.
one. Yeah.
She is. That's a good one. She's too clearly straight to be. funny.
No, definitely not Emma. I don't think.
No,
Pride.
not Emma.
Yeah. Emma,
Definitely
from
Emma
Frost.
Frost. But
No.
you know what? Someone's grail could be that Dazzler. What is it? Uncanny X-Men 134 or
131, isn't it?
Yeah.
131?
Somebody help us out.
Yeah, help us out in the chat.
Yeah,
what's
chat.
What's Dazzler's first appearance?
It's
I don't
okay.
want
I've got the Dazzler #1 with the error.
Oh,
Nice.
that was a good one.
What's
Oh,
the
this is-
error?
This thing, so it's worth more because on 2 pages of advertisements, not the actual art in the book, the advertisements are not printed in color.
130.
It was an error, so it is worth more. I
Hey.
have-
Yeah.
Love
Thanks, guys. Like I always count on you fucking nerds. All right.
The Hunger Games for boyfriend period. Nah. Well, I gotta see Miley Cyrus in a good acting movie before, because Hunger
That's
Games
true.
was a good movie.
She can sing, but I don't know about acting yet.
Britney Spears, she's gonna play someone fucking crazy.
Give me a knife thrower.
Yeah.
What's
there you go.
her name?
Ah,
Dagger.
Dagger.
Yeah.
The girl from Big Bang Theory could do. Hey, she could do Emma. I can see it now.
I couldn't tell you her name.
Yeah.
She's actually a good actress. Did you? She had that series on HBO where she was a flight attendant.
Yeah.
Really good show. She was fantastic.
And Taylor apparently has done some acting. on the
Typhoid
side,
Mary.
What's up, Anthony? Was it DMW Comics and the Bat Wabbit crew? Much love. Appreciate
Yeah,
you, brother.
Sorry,
it's
Miley Cyrus should play Tank Girl.
Oh, that is
That's
a
actually
good.
good.
That was a good
Now
one.
that's a good one there, Dorothy. I can
was
see
like,
that.
Wait,
Hey, write the letter to Marvel, bro. Let's go.
Wow, Tank Girl.
I think that is brilliant casting.
that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's actually good.
And Tank Girl does need a good movie, but honestly, that's
But
a good
but
book.
part of me kind of doesn't want it to happen because I'm going to hear for the next fucking 10 years that Dorf called Miley Cyrus. And Tank Girl.
Dude, yes.
Because
Hey,
knowing
that was
Dorf,
good.
he'll be like, oh, and we have Dorf here. Hey, I called Miley Cyrus and Tank Girl.
Dorf, if that happens, I will personally put little
Tassels?
cards in
Oh.
every package that I send out that says, "Hey, Dorf guessed it," and every single package that goes out.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Tank Girl.
That will be my claim to fame.
Absolutely.
oh, I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. All right.
Miley.
Well, anyways, it's we were just talking about Grails and it's
Oh
very
my
exciting.
gosh, Andrew,
Mia
I'm gonna
Khalifa.
take that comment off there.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
this
bet
guy.
you did, you son of a bitch.
Now we're getting canceled. Damn it. Andrew.
Speaking of Marvel, I still have no interest to go see the Marvels. Sorry.
No, I'm with you, buddy.
I'll watch it on Disney when it comes out, but I'm just not gonna
Right.
run. It just something about it just does not jive. It doesn't even the commercials. I'm more excited to go see Aquaman 2 than I am fucking the Marvels. You know?
Yeah.
No.
That says a lot.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna watch it in the drive-in. It's $10 for 2 movies.
it's $10.
I'm gonna
That's-
Oh, that's
watch
pretty
it.
cool.
Well, that's different. You're gonna be
Yeah,
able
yeah,
to clown of
You're having a little
kids.
fun with it, you know?
The closer it gets, the more excited I am about it, actually.
Really?
Really, Dorf?
Caesar made women.
But I want to see Captain Marvel again. I want to see her using her powers and doing some stuff. I'm also very interested to see how they intertwine the three of them and their powers and whatever. And how they
I
do
like
that.
Photon. I think Photon's cool.
Photon was a good. So with that being said, the one thing I do want to see, is them to bring Rogue. Rogue is a character I do enjoy watching and reading on. So and she hasn't got any love for a while. So
because they haven't introduced the X-Men yet.
No, they haven't.
but they
Once
can introduce the characters separately and then make a movie of it. You know what I mean? So they did it in the beginning.
I am very curious to see, as we all know, the ending, right? The post credits always tie in something that's coming in the future. So I am
Yes,
curious to see what the post credits are going to be for it to tie into Phase 5. Right
Yeah.
now, is this considered the beginning of Phase 5 or the end? Is this considered the first of
I
Phase
think
5
it's the end of.
or Phase
Phase
4? Help me out, you nerds.
I think
know you
so.
guys know.
Brian,
I
you
think
should
so.
know.
I don't think we're in 5 yet.
Brian,
Brian,
let us know, man. You should
Yeah,
know.
you guys should know. Is the Marvels the end, the last movie of Phase 4, or is it the beginning of Phase 5?
Captain Marvel, they made her OP. Yeah, they did make her OP, but then even that OP, I don't know why she didn't destroy Thanos. I don't know, that fight was kind of eh.
But the thing is, too, and don't get me wrong, Dorf, I actually like Captain Marvel. I actually enjoy. I saw it again not too long ago. I enjoyed that movie.
It wasn't bad.
But I have it's very fun.
End
But
of
I have
Phase
a-
4, Brian. Yeah.
Thank you.
So he's okay. So, but I'm afraid that with this movie, she's going to be dwarfed. They're going to
Dorf?
they're going to dwarf her role more, and I think it's going to be more Photon and the other one, Kamala Khan.
I think you're right.
And I think they're going to kind of limit her, and I think eventually they're going to just away with her because people don't like her.
People
I don't
don't.
I don't
People
have a problem with Brie Larson. I don't have a problem with her character. I don't have a problem with their whatever it is. But some people have a
Nerfed.
hatred.
There we go.
Yeah.
Proper word. That's a proper word. Nerfed. How insensitive are you, Caesar?
Nerf. That's right. Yeah.
So with Kamala Khan, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dorf, but they're changing her story to becoming a mutant. A lot of people don't like that story behind it, and I think she was the one that wanted her to become mutant. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Like, are you?
I love it.
Isn't she an Inhuman?
I thought her power were mystical.
I mean, they're definitely in her cover last month was Miss Marvel, the New Mutant. It was the yellow, Jonathan Taylor, Jonathan Christopher. I'm all over the place right now. He did a cover for her, and it was actually pretty good. But yeah, she's a New Mutant.
But that's how. Go ahead.
To answer your question, I don't give a shit if they alter this little piece or this little piece of a character to make it relatable or understandable or flow with everything else. Because, like you said earlier, there are so many people who don't give a damn about comics who go and see some of these movies, whether it be because Taylor Swift is in it or because this person's in it. It's okay to do that as long as you're actually introducing a character from the comics that has the powers that it's supposed to, or whatever, or most of what, and you're not completely altering a character. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, everyone loved her. That's not her powers at all in the comics.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they do change it. So you talk about like Miss Marvel, wasn't her power like big fists or some stupid shit like that?
It was very Green Lantern-ish, where he can transform and do certain things.
So what do they do it now? So what is it now? What did they change it to?
Like honestly, I haven't read up to it. So
because no, I'm talking about in the show. Yeah, in the show.
Yeah, the show she has that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I never saw the show.
And she can make light, solid, whatever you want to say, and whatever.
But see, now it makes sense why I'm not interested in the Marvels, because I had zero interest in Miss Marvel, or
because Caesar doesn't read that he doesn't know. So
talk about the show, you goon.
All right, let's go.
Parker's got another one.
All right, let's see.
It's because Channing Tatum has failed to make a Gambit movie in the past, so he's always been trying to play Gambit for years. So time will tell on Taylor Swift Dazzler, Channing Tatum Gambit, the Sony X-Men, etc. I definitely think people will be selling the Dazzler comics regardless, and it was a great marketing ploy with the director of Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman with Taylor Swift, also Blake Lively. Again, the more people and characters they introduce, the more options it.
Real quick, can we show some appreciation to Caesar? Thank you very much, Caesar.
Yeah, you know what? I do voiceovers for a reason, just sons of bitches. It was Mr. Fit. Yeah, listen. Kudos to Marvel. We're all gonna see, and one of the biggest fucking kick in the nuts would be if she didn't come out as Dazzler.
It would be.
It's a whole different actress. And people are like, I spent $400 for this Uncanny X-Men.
Well, no, the next thing they said was that she's gonna be in it. She's in talks to be in it, but not as Dazzler.
Yeah.
See,
then like what? I'm tired of guessing.
Himself at a concert, and they're gonna have a fight scene.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
Well, they also mentioned Nicolas Cage. They also said Nicolas Cage is going to reintroduce himself as Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to bring in all the Ben Affleck as Daredevil. What's her face as Elektra. They're going to bring
Jennifer Garner.
They're going to bring in all these characters, and which is going for tugging the heartstrings of
our age.
Our age, people who I didn't mind when I first saw Daredevil the very first time. I liked it because it was
Me
like
too. Dwarf's like, no, I hated it.
Of course not. But even then, I thought we actually have a Daredevil on the screen.
Yes.
We have a Bullseye on the screen. We have an Elektra on the screen. I'm in. I wasn't going like
Bullseye on the screen was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everything else
Colin. I think his name was Colin.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Yeah.
I actually liked the casting of Kingpin. I think Michael Clark Duncan was good.
Oh yeah,
that was
Didn't
good.
care that. Oh my God, he's suddenly a different skin tone.
Sure.
I didn't love it at all.
I didn't.
But
Yeah.
different
was so bad. There's a huge gap of he's fighting Bullseye, and suddenly Kingpin knows who he is. The movie just jumps, and it makes no sense.
It's not perfect a 10 by any means.
No,
yes, Brian.
But once again, it was Daredevil on the screen, man, and he had the whole outfit, and
Brian makes a good point. But before I continue interrupting, real quick, recently there's a few people that passed away, including Matthew Perry. If y'all were fans of Friends, rest in peace. He went through a lot. He was going through a lot towards the end. Guys, we always want you. We talked about it in the past. If you have problems or issues, reach out to anybody, some of your friends. We're a community. If you're having mental issues, reach out to somebody. Like, we understand stuff happens. I lost my job. I reached out to friends, and I stay motivated. And I mean, I wasn't going through some big stuff, but every time I do, I can always reach out to somebody, and they're always here to listen. I mean, I let him know. Dort just found out. I mean, life happens, but as long as you somebody there to support you, please reach out to them. people will miss. It's kind of like what was it? It's greedy or whatever to say this. Like people will miss you, but.
Yep.
I mean, there's a reason why they miss you because they love you. I mean, it's it's sad. Some people will be, oh, they will love you when you die. You never know. Honestly, we really never know unless you reach out to those people. So, with that being said, let's continue on. I just wanted to, one real quick, rest in peace. I really hope his family is.
Shout out to Caesar because I've been going through some shit, and Caesar has not hesitated to reach out and check how I'm doing and see what's going on. So, absolutely,
it goes a long way, people. It's just something of just a little. Hey, how you doing? That's all you need because there's a shift going on right now, and it's no bueno, and we have to stay in the positive and stuff like that. So let's try to do that. And then we also lost what's his face from Rocky, Paulie.
Oh yes,
what?
Shaft passed. Roundtree passed.
Wow.
So it's
Bull from Night Court.
Bull from Night Court,
which I just found out. He was the voice of Two-Face in the Batman animated series.
Wow, I didn't know that at all.
I did not know that either. So
Burt Young.
Yeah, Burt Young. That's Uncle Paulie. Yeah. So it's crazy. It's a lot of stuff. But man, let's try to show some positive, and that's why we're giving away books.
Yeah. Listen, seriously, love you guys, and anyone who's in, let's have some fun tomorrow. I don't know what time. Whenever I get in and things go, the day gets crazy, but. We'll do a live video tomorrow. So everyone who's in this chat.
Yeah, what should we do? Should we have people should we have them say like
I'll go through let's see. Sure. All right, whoever's here, there's 22 people. Just comment in the section. Lost Boy Comics is the best, real quick. So I can know who's the one. Lost Boy Comics. Oh no, how about this? Either Lost Boy Comics.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. How about
or Dorf is not gonna win. One of those.
Miley Cyrus is Tank Girl.
Oh, how about Comic Family? I like Comic Family. Family.
Oh, you know what? Yes, he just passed away today.
When?
Earlier today, I saw the announcement.
No shit.
Bobby Knight.
Yep.
Oh, he was old. I'm not gonna lie.
Real quick, what's up on Anthony? I really hope that everything turns and flips over for you, brother. I really hope it goes good. It's hard to hear that. We know we have a lot of friends that are going through issues medically too. If there's anything we can do to promote something, please let us know.
All right. Here we go. Comic Family. Boom.
Universes.
So we got Khalif, Dustin, Parker. That's the most single less word you've ever said all night. Thank you.
All right, there we go. There's another one. I'll go ahead and continue.
Brian,
I'll watch it tomorrow and then find everybody's name. So
there we go. Brandon, Andrew.
He's not gonna win. Hey, Dorf, you need a comic too for Dorf.
Who's
you have
Dorf?
a phone?
Oh yeah.
See, now I'm the guy.
Dorf, come on
Yeah,
in.
you got to do it. Me and Dale do not qualify, and
we won't.
I would probably, with my luck, I'll win it, and then I would have to donate it again.
Comic family, appreciate you. Starting me with dick pics. This guy. What's up, Brian? This guy is putting me under the bus. Okay. Well,
so I don't know if you're planning on doing it, but so hold on. So Invincible season 2 starting tomorrow?
Yes, it's a Brown ring up. Tomorrow is the first.
I thought it was.
Wait, tomorrow's the second, isn't it?
Oh wow, tomorrow's second.
Yeah, tomorrow. So we have Loki, but we're not gonna talk about it today. But season 2 of Invincible is coming up. Finally, people have been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it.
Time.
How happy are y'all that are you finally not only is season 2 kind of come up, season 3s are ready for the next year.
Yeah.
So it's just like lock and loaded, and they're working on 4 and 5 already. So we're not gonna have a big gap between seasons, because I have to rewatch season 1 later tonight and early in the morning because I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. What are your thoughts? Are y'all ready for this? I know Dorf hasn't seen it, but
I'm so excited that I'm gonna have to binge the entire first.
Oh, you're gonna binge
like 3 or 4 days worth of stuff.
I got to tell you, it is. So the very first time I knew about Invincible, but I don't know his story and all that.
Spoiler alert, by the way, in case anyone has not seen it.
Yeah, we're gonna try not to spoil too much.
Was it like 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, Dorf. But
I've seen that it exists as an option when I scroll through the Amazon options.
it's how do I put it? It's a good show for people who have no idea about the character, what it's about, and anything about that. So I was a prime candidate because I read everything. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, cool, it's cool. And then the first episode, I was like, this is some violence.
Yeah.
Make sure the kids
It
aren't
is.
around, Dorf, because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah. Oh,
violent.
yeah. It's
It
very
is
violent.
extremely violent. So I don't know. I don't know. I am looking forward to this because there's so many characters. I just found out today from Andrew that I was not aware that they stopped, that the run's over like a couple of years ago.
Oh,
So
comic wise, yeah, it's
comic wise. So that's why the director, the producers of the show said they think about 8 seasons should
crazy.
cover the whole universe.
It's crazy.
So we have things to look forward to, and they should be doing it 2 at a time.
Yeah, that's what they do, 2 at a time.
They have to.
I made mistakes having my kids in my room. I guess.
Oh man, ouch.
Yeah, no, it's and we all know there's certain scenes. If I'm talking about the battle with the superheroes and all that, that is just.
Yeah.
Let's start. No, hold on. Let's start with the episode 1. Let's start with episode 1. That's what started up. People that finally, I see Dorf putting Comic Family. It took you 20 minutes, but with that being said, though,
you may have commented in the wrong place at first.
This guy,
you put in the private.
2 entries.
So I've not read Invincible before watching the show, right? I watched the first episode and it was so like, oh, cool, this is like the Justice League, and then they killed the Justice League in the first.
Yes.
I was like, holy snap!
What is going on? Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely more violent than it is anything sexual because they don't go that route.
Yeah.
It's more the violent stuff.
Yeah.
So Dorf, I don't know if you heard me, but if you have the kids in the room,
Nope, just me.
Okay, because it's
It's
for
gruesome.
me to go like I was kind of looking around like, fuck, maybe I
Who's
should
watching
be
this with me.
No, maybe I should be watching it. Watching it,
Maybe I should cover up my comic wall. They shouldn't see this.
It's good. Yeah, I cover up their eyes. It's out there, and the fact that it's cartoon, it allows them to get away with a lot of things.
Yes.
And there's someone mentioned the subway scene.
Yeah, that's sort of
That blew me away because I'm like, all right, the gloves are off. So now we are looking forward to see what they're going to do with second season.
See, now I'm actually excited to watch it.
Oh,
dude, it's crazy how he
exciting.
killed people without actually killing them, right? All he did was just stand there, right? And it was like, wow. Like,
how many episodes is it? You guys remember?
There was 12, wasn't? Yeah, I think it was 12.
At least 12, yeah.
At an hour each.
No, is it an hour each? Or was it 45 minutes? But it was a good episode chunk.
Per maybe
episode.
like 52 minutes or something an episode.
Yeah,
I think the who everybody. Charlie, did you read the comic?
No, I actually never read the comics, and it was
Andrew,
so funny.
Andrew, you're right here. Andrew, Brian's asking if the comic. I'm assuming, but Brian's asking if the comic is as violent as the cartoon. I'm going to say yes.
I would probably guess yes.
That's where they probably kind of get it from.
Yeah.
So,
But what were you saying, Charlie Rook?
So I didn't even know what Invincible was because it's an indie, and then everyone's like, "Yo, you got to watch this show," and no one really told me like what it was about or what I was getting into. And I put the first episode on. I'm like, "Am I going to really watch another animation?" And all of a sudden, my eyes were like, "Huh?" Like, what is going on? And then I was hooked.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're very smart. It's like the first episode, actually, the first 10 minutes of the boys.
Oh
the boys,
yeah,
right. When you first watch the first 10 minutes, you're hooked. Even if you don't know anything about the book or anything else, you're like, okay, now I gotta watch this shit.
Tell me how the girlfriend died, right? In the boys, I don't remember when it was a couple, right?
She steps off the curb.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
holding hands.
Bro, she just disappeared.
Disintegrated.
Oh, he disintegrated her.
Oh,
Yeah.
And his thing was like, my bad.
Yep.
He just took off.
It's the first time that we really got to see what it would be like if superheroes were in the real world with people.
And that's why that show is. I straight up, that show made me realize that if I had superheroes, straight up villain, I would be a villain beyond.
We heard it here first, guys.
To anyone.
I would I would use it for evil. 100%.
So if you
What
guys,
kind of villain?
probably
I would be a Venom sort of
anti-hero.
I would be an anti-hero.
Okay, all right, anti-hero. That's all right.
No, I would kill. I would not kill anybody, but I would rob and steal for money. Sure.
Sure.
You rob and steal from the bad guys,
Definitely
pretty much.
Punisher style.
Punisher style.
If that makes you feel better.
Boondock Saints it up.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen
People
it.
out there who need to just be put down.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right.
that would
Yeah,
be me. I
What
would
an Ringo.
But I made it.
almost like Highlander, not Highlander, like Homelander, but
Homelander.
more,
Homelander's diabolical, man. That's scary
Yeah,
stuff.
That fucker's crazy.
So I don't know if you know, but there is a new series called Gen V,
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
which
watching.
has been so much. It is another version of The Boys.
Mhm.
Charlie,
It's a spin-off.
Where?
yeah, it's been
Spin-off.
off. It's Prime.
It's on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
and that
so
one has been getting a lot of positive remarks.
As a matter of fact, my friend just hit me up last night. He says Gen V, if it's just as good, if not better than The Boys. And I was like, "You kidding
Wow,
me?" He goes,
Really?
It is fantastic.
All right,
Okay,
guess
so
I'm
gotta
watching that.
It's basically a school where they learn their powers and all that stuff. It's not teenager, but it's that sort of group.
Gotcha.
So it's like X-Men, but everyone gets
It's
killed.
X-Men, but they're really, really violent.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys
I
ever
am-
see? I know it was not a good movie, but speaking of learning their powers, the New Mutants movie that came out like 5 years ago.
I didn't watch it because everyone told me don't.
So it was actually really bad, but I'm trying to
Actually,
think.
it was
Anna,
exactly
is it
what
Anna
it's called.
Taylor? Is that her name?
Yes.
She plays Magic.
Mhm.
She was a perfect Magic. Like the casting was perfect, amazing. Other than that, the movie was terrible.
Damn it. Jemmy, that next episode. See, there's so much going on right now on TV that because you got
Real life
Loki,
mutants.
right? And then you're gonna have season 2 of Invincible, Gen V. There's stuff that you can binge. And I'm loving that they're not dropping everything like Netflix does.
Yeah,
It's bringing back like, I need to see next week and bringing that. You know how they used to do it instead of just dropping the whole season. I mean, I like it. I'll binge watch it, but once you binge watch it, there's nothing to look
Nothing
forward
to
to.
That's what's the good thing about Invincible is that it's I think Prime has been doing like 2 episodes at first, and then it's episodic. It's every week. So it does give you something to look forward to. And then I know a lot of people who will not watch it and let it build up so they could binge it.
Real life mutants. Yeah, pretty much.
When you gotta like hold your eyes from spoilers.
See,
I like waiting and binging some of these things.
Mhm.
Some like I'll watch, but it's annoying to wait sometimes.
I agree.
There are things
it
that I
is.
can wait, but there's other things like The Boys. When I first started watching it, I was behind. It was like I wanted to see what happened next,
Yeah.
and having to wait would have sucked.
Dorf, I get you because this last episode has left us in a cliffhanger for Loki. And
it's
I'm
wild.
not gonna say what it is because obviously you haven't seen it. I want you to enjoy it, but it is crazy. It started off, pretty good. Like the first episode was a good solid 7-8. Second was about 7-8. This last one, like about a 9, because it's like then what's gonna happen next, right? Prime is on top right now, right?
I did want to bring this up. Who brought that? Brandon. The Continental is phenomenal.
I still haven't seen it.
I
I got
love
it.
the Continental.
Mixed things. I've heard people who say it's such a letdown. Like I feel like the people who are let down are just because it doesn't have Keanu.
I'm a huge
yes.
Wick fan, so I
this
have to
is
give
the
it a try.
This is the thing. You watch it, you right away know
Thank you, man.
it's a John Wick realm. The headshots, the close fighting, all that stuff set in the 70s. The cool thing is it's a 3-part show, and that's it.
Can we boot someone? I don't know how to do that. They should just.
It's basically a 3-hour movie if you binge it all together. But it has Mel Gibson, who plays a baddie, and it's a very young Winston and his concierge. So highly recommend it. Violent as all hell. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay, so I got a question for all of everybody here and the comment section.
Just remember, one sec. Mel Gibson not always a selling point anymore. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
He looks good.
What would you prefer? And because I know Dorf mentioned he likes to binge watch. Would you rather prefer waiting a show every week, like we're talking about like one episode, but you can see it all by itself, or binge watch it, but you have commercials between, like inside the episode, you have like 3 or 4 commercials. Would you rather watch it like that, or watch it cleanly once a week, per episode? What do you all prefer? So you binge watch it, but each episode has commercials.
Question. I'm visualizing it.
You know what it is?
It's
I'm gonna
both
say,
for me.
I'm. You know what's tough is that when you binge, you're up till 2:00 in the morning when you have to go to work the next morning. You're like, "What's one more show? What's one more show?"
Mhm.
But it's when it's weekly and it ends, you're like, "Fuck."
Yes. Yeah.
And then you forget about it.
Binge train. I think that's where I am. Although I've got to disagree a little bit with Khalif there, because Game of Thrones was very good to binge up until. And
that's what I did.
Well,
I wasn't a Game of Thrones fan either. I wasn't, and I just started watching, like, okay, and then it got better and better. I mean, I even watched the House,
and then it got really bad.
Horrible.
Yeah, then it took
into a flaming pile of turd.
But see, I'll give you a good example. If you a show that I used to love binging was The Watcher on Witcher. Sorry,
The Witcher. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So The Witcher is one of those
commercials.
Okay, once it ends, I want the next. I want the next. I
That's
don't want
a great
no interruptions.
point. Immediate
shit. I want it to go, especially if it ends on a really good cliffhanger. Oh, you're like, oh no, come on, man.
When I first watched 24, I think 3 seasons had been out already on DVD when I first was introduced to it.
Oh, those are best.
I binged those 3 seasons on DVD. So that's 18 hours, and I did it over like 4 days. I was on a vacation, whatever. That was awesome.
I did the same thing with Sons of Anarchy, and it was hurtful because when Opie died, I'm like, fuck, I can't watch.
Opie died?
What? So Opie died, right? And then you see who was a snitch, and what's his face gets raped in prison.
Sons of Anarchy is the first one where I saw a negative in binging, because in Sons of Anarchy, you binge one whole season, great. You go to the next season and you find that they just recycle the same exact story arc.
Oh yeah, you know what? You might be right.
So much more apparent with that than almost any other show.
Yeah,
like they didn't have any more ideas, and that bothered the hell out of me from binging it. That hurt from that show.
We're currently watching, because we do a watch party with Loki, and I'm currently watching also Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time is it's a phenomenal show if you guys haven't watched it on Prime, but we're so behind. Technically, we could binge it, but because we watch it every week, it kills me because we're all watching it at the same time. But the show's already out there, so I could cheat and go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened."
Yeah.
Meantime, we fucking watched it like 3 hours ago, and it's all that stuff. But it's dangerous. Binging is dangerous.
So I love to binge.
Brandon's right there.
Oof.
Oh yeah, that's a good show to binge.
That is the show from top to bottom. Binge the whole thing. You're not disappointed.
I agree, Dorf, 100%. Yep.
Sorry.
Take 2 days and enjoy it. No, you're good. I love to binge, but sometimes when I'm binging, I end up finding myself that I maybe zone out of the show for a little bit, and then I miss something, and then I have to rewind it, and I'm like, oh. Where if it's just one episode a week, I'm like fully engaged.
Yeah.
Maybe that's ADD. I don't know.
I feel like when I binge watch, I'm so in tune with the show that I start like playing a game on my phone. Like, hey,
exactly. Yeah.
So exactly, I see what you're saying, but it's like I binge watched, what's it called? The Walking Dead, the first 7 seasons, all the way until Glenn died.
Wow.
And after that, I was like, you know what? I really don't want to see it after that.
It doesn't get any better after that, so don't worry.
Go ahead, bro. I know you want to say something. You want to say something?
I was just going to say, like, first of all, Walking Dead, I definitely binged. It really depends, but there's something great about being able to get to that next thing. Mm-hmm. But certain shows, you don't need that. I was literally just binging Goosebumps on Disney.
Oh, is it good?
It's fun, but it was the type of thing where I started watching it and I caught up and I was like, yeah, damn it, I was into it. It was flowing, and now I gotta wait.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that was the perfect one to just knock out because it's
And
just
see,
that kind of
right. So that's the thing, the flow. You're into it, then it's like, well, you're gonna hold your pee midstream until next week. So one of the things I did want to bring up, and I remember earlier that so Marvel is thinking about bringing back the old Avengers.
Hold on, let me bring that up for you, because yes, that was a question that Chris had about the very. So let me bring up what we posted this on the page, Windows.
And mainly two people, actually, from what I hear.
Oh, what's the article? Uh-oh.
So I have it in the comment section, but this is what pretty much what it says. So this is like the little, what's it called? Bullet points of what it is. So if you want to, Caesar, read this. You know you're good at it.
Jesus. Okay, I'll
Maybe
make sure
that's
to put my
tiny.
fucking spectacles on.
Let's
In
see
the end, is this the end of the MCU? A new variety.
Sorry, I'm
Jesus.
trying to make it bigger for you.
I think I just had a seizure.
Caesar?
Well, hold on. Before you do
That's
that,
tough.
I think it's F12, right, to make it bigger.
What? Send me the link.
Would you like me to just read it?
Yes, please.
Oh, can you read it? Oh, if
Is
he's
the end of the MCU, a new Variety article linked in the comments provides details of major Marvel Studios crisis that might finally doom its superhero money printing machine. Highlights include Mahershala Ali almost leaving Blade amidst multiple delays and script rewrites.
Mhm.
One version of the screenplay had Blade as only the fourth co-lead behind three female characters. The ongoing CGI issue the company faces, the potential possibility having to fire Jonathan Majors as his domestic violence trial approaches, thus throwing a massive monkey wrench in the Kang plans. Extreme reshoots of The Marvels not helping with bad word of mouth and disastrous box office forecast. The possibility of a full-blown panic move to get Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett, whatever, Johansson, Chris Evans, and the OG Avengers back to team up for another movie. How would you fix the MCU?
So I gotta. Oof, that's tough, man.
So I'll say one thing really fast. I understand the whole Jonathan Majors thing. I get it. Totally awful. I don't think that he's going to get fired.
Neither do I.
Because no one can fill that role.
Agreed.
No one.
But hold on. But in the article, though, it does say that they were talking about introducing Doom some way so they can replace Kang entirely. So
that's what happens in Secret Wars anyway. So maybe they'll make it happen fast. I don't know.
Well, this is this is my opinion. I've been hearing a lot of things about this Jonathan Majors thing, right? And it's going to start a going thing, but there's been a lot of negative on her end.
Yeah,
missing court dates. Now videos coming out about her. Marvel is being very smart by not axing Jonathan Majors right away.
Correct.
They just putting on them on hold and saying they're being smart for fucking once and saying, let's see what happens.
Right.
And then we're going to go. Because what a disaster it would be if they let him go and then they come find out this woman's completely wacky and he's completely innocent and everything come out and they're like, oh, yeah, do you mind coming back? He's like, oh yeah, I'll come back for fucking twice the money. You know,
do you remember Disney firing a certain director?
That's right.
So everyone protested to get him back, and he made a beautiful send-off to that film.
Yes.
It was wonderful. Everyone loved. Here's the thing about what that article says, and what I personally believe is the reason for all the hate and whatever on the MCU.
Agreed.
There is an abundance of Marvel films and superhero films that keep coming out. The true comic fans like us will see them all, whatever. The ones who don't, and now this is going to get to the current world that we live in.
Yep.
Any female-led superhero movie that has come out, other than Wonder Woman, has been completely trashed by people, even before it has come out.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the female-led Ghostbusters movie, which, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a fan that they decided to do that movie again and reboot it and whatever. But it wasn't a terrible movie if you saw it. It was fine. It was fun. But it had people acted like it was the most vicious, vile thing that was ever because it was female led.
Give good example. Black Widow.
The people with voice. Black Widow was not bad.
No. Hold on, Caesar. The reason that movie bombed was not because of Black Widow,
because the Taskmaster.
Yes.
No. That's what comic fans hated about the movie. That's not why the movie was blasted.
I agree, Dorf. I agree.
And I'm all for that. Taskmaster was not done well at all.
It proved that Black Widow can't carry a movie.
It didn't prove that, honestly. It didn't prove because I would have seen it. Honestly, I like her character.
I don't mind the movie. It was all right. It's good.
It's fine. It's fun. Look, in my opinion, I've said it before. Iron Man 2, worst MCU movie. The Eternals was pretty damn slow.
Is that with Mickey Rourke and Iron Man 2?
No. Iron Man 3 was the worst.
Yeah, you keep saying that, Caesar. But you also
Jesus Christ.
Your opinions.
I don't mind Mickey Rourke.
Whiplash.
I like Whiplash.
That
He was all right. I like that guy.
That was a tough movie.
But better than 3?
No. Sorry, 3 was really fun.
And I'm glad that Dorf was bringing that because there's a topic, right? There is this topic that's been going around, and Chris brought that up, right? That they're putting in these characters. There was a situation in New York Comic Con where some retailers were blasting Marvel, like, how come you're making this character this, and why you're bringing this character? It's not making money for them, blah 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 blah. So it's two sides of the coin, right? You want to bring in new people without pissing off the old people.
Correct.
There needs to be a way to meet in the middle. Honestly, I don't have the plans. I don't have the. That's why I'm not working for Marvel.
I don't think anyone does.
There's no meet in the middle. There's no way to do that and appease everyone.
Yep.
The problem is the world we're in today. Everyone has this thing that we're on today, and will throw their opinion out from their seat, hiding behind their screen, not knowing anyone. Yep. And that's where you get people making threats at people. That
is one thing. It's one thing to get your opinions in there, but threatening
but those are the ones that get picked up by other people. When it sparks a reaction, that's what then gets the reshares, and that's what gets this, and that's what drives the effect of these things. So I personally don't think if they did this and they brought back the old MCU Avengers stars, I don't think it's going to bring a resurgence of things. I think it's going to get a lot of the same. Oh, look at this. They have no good ideas. They're just doing this to bring these old people back. Yep. That's what's going to get picked up, and that's what's going to be spun around, and everyone's going to be spinning out.
I agree. Then the new article, the new old actors can't help Marvel or whatever it is, because if they were to do a new Avengers with the new cast and it did not do as well as the first one, like Dorf said, they brought all the old guys. Enough of them. We want the new blood. We want the new Avengers. We want, We want, and it never ends because no one's ever fucking happy in this industry of comics, because all the purists don't like that they're not going like the book. And then you have the other ones going, it's too complicated. Can't you just dumb it down? And it's like, what the hell do you want?
Yep. The world's unhappy, and it shows everywhere.
And everyone likes to tell everyone about it.
You know how everybody's saying that female can't make a lead? If Taylor Swift makes a fucking movie, I'm pretty sure it will outsell Endgame. I swear.
No, you're nuts.
Outsell, but you are going to lose the comic fans. Unless she kills a role, you're going to lose the reason you initially got a fandom.
Yeah.
Comic fans were the first driving factor. And then, of course, Robert Downey Jr. sold it and those other things that went around it. But if it weren't for the comic fans pushing for years and being the driving force behind movie studios saying, hey, let's give this a shot, and they're the ones you're going to piss off if that's what you're doing, and all that's selling those tickets is, oh, look, the biggest pop star on the planet is in the movie.
But if she's a good actress and does a good job,
that's fine.
Let's see how it goes in Deadpool. If she
did Beyonce do anything great for Austin Powers? Did everyone go and be like, "Oh, I've got to see Austin Powers because Beyonce is in it"? Did she add anything to that?
No.
But Beyonce was the biggest pop star in the world at the time, so they put her in a movie.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, hear me out. She's going to be in there for like fucking 10 minutes. She's going to be in a cameo. She's not even going to have.
That's why I said if she's got a concert, and all of a sudden Deadpool shoots someone up in the crowd and whatever who was trying to hurt someone.
Andrew.
Totally good, unless it's a killer cameo.
So this is my thing. For me, Endgame for me is one of the most perfect Marvel movies, superhero movies. For me, I think the way they did it, the whole Endgame to me is top notch. So if we think Taylor Swift will, if on Dell's world, if Tay Tay is going to outsell Endgame, I will. Oh, I'm not going to make a prediction.
No, don't do that.
I think it's the only reason that she's going to do it because she has comic fans are not going to these movies like they used to, right? Obviously, Endgame was a whole 10 years, 15 years. No, it was about 10 years worth of movies.
Yeah,
10 years in the making.
Yep.
She can do the same numbers in 1 year because of her name, pretty much. Because I mean, they do it right now just to see her tour. Why wouldn't they see her in a movie where she's playing? And then you're still gonna have the comic fans that are just like, oh, I want to see this character. You know what I mean? So
you're gonna have comic fans who boycott the movie if she's got who just don't want to see a movie where it's filled with teeny bopper girls in the theater because Taylor Swift is. And they're going to ruin the movie.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Even if and I'll say it again. How smart is Marvel? Because how many times do you think that teeny bopper is going to have their kids, their parents go with them?
But I think what's smart here is, so that's one part. I also think there's another part. I think her publicity team, or however you say it, they realize that she's probably a bad actor. And if she's a big role in a movie, it's going to hurt her in the long run. So it's this is more fun, in my opinion.
I agree. So, well, before you take that, Caesar, they changed Civil Wars just because they couldn't get all the characters. Honestly, they had to change it up a lot because they couldn't get the licenses to a lot of other stuff. They couldn't do the same story there. I mean, it took me a minute to understand that, but I did understand. Like, yes, they could have changed it differently, but with what they had and the writers, because they're not hiring writers from the 80s or 70s, they're hiring writers who are young that haven't read the comic. But read the summary pretty much. Go ahead.
So who killed Thanos in Infinity Gauntlet series?
Spider-Man.
So I'm just going to look. Jeff Johns, for me, revitalized Green Lantern, my favorite Green Lantern. And Jeff Johns had a lot to do with the Green Lantern movie and some other DC movies, and they sucked. Just because you come from that comic world and do well with the comics,
that's right,
doesn't mean you can translate that to film.
Yeah, that's correct.
Comic fans need to understand that and accept that to put it on that screen and make it something that works and that fits into the condensed time frame that we have. Because comics, we can read trade paperbacks, we can read 2,500 issues in a row. We can get all of that, and it's mostly pictures. We don't even need to read the words like Caesar does.
Just because you played 14 years of baseball
lines
does not necessarily make you a good announcer.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because you have that niche in your career does not necessarily mean that you could jump over and direct a film.
Yeah.
I don't know. It baffles me that people feel so they have so much vigor of anger when they see a movie that they've been looking for and it sucks, as if they invested all their life savings to make this movie and it bombed. I can't believe this movie sucks so bad. It's like, dude, all right, so it sucked.
Yeah.
Why are you so angry? You're like poison.
Be upset, but don't need to go all the extra.
Oh, they're like cracking the knuckles, going, all right.
I hated Green Lantern, but I have the movie because I don't know if it's ever actually going to come to the screen again. As many times I plan to do it.
I didn't like Carnage. I didn't like.
And because Ryan Reynolds is a handsome hunk, okay, that's why.
Hey, he's one of my top 2 celebrity man crushes.
Absolutely, I'm right there.
Okay, Wolverine Origins when they first came out with Deadpool.
We don't talk about that one,
right? And I'm gonna say all as a community went
katana hands.
We're like in the mouth zone and on the no eyebrows, and we're like, Who's
Look at
this?
the eyebrows.
He was a
The whole
cancer
reason
patient.
Deadpool is successful is because of his mouth.
And they shut him off.
Yes.
It is the reason Deadpool is successful, and
Yeah.
instead it was.
Yeah.
So there is a sense of we all as a community grab torches and
Yeah,
pitchforks and go, what
that we
is
eat
this?
before we
I
start?
get that. But to have so much anger about it, you know, there's a difference between disappointment and I'm gonna drown my kids' anger, right?
Whoa,
There
that's
is.
extreme right there.
No, well, there's that
Yeah,
anger,
people
like,
are very vicious.
very vicious.
But again, Caesar, now you're talking about not just a minor change like Negasonic Teenage Warhead's powers, or Kamala Khan being a mutant and whatever. That literally the thing that people love about Deadpool is his mouth. And you literally said to the audience, "Hey guys, fuck you."
Merc with a mouth.
The work with the mouth,
Literally
that's why his
what they
name.
did the moment he showed up and wasn't able to speak.
Because in the movie, all he did was talking. So
That's-
in their way, we shut him up so we don't have to hear him. But in reality, it's like this isn't our Deadpool. This isn't Deadpool at all. For the fact that Liefeld even, oh well, who knows? I mean,
It was like Gore. Like Gore, he was a great actor, right? He did a good job, but you're not visually seeing Gore, right? It kind of threw off the movie too. Obviously, the movie wasn't great in general because that Thor was, the goats were the better part, and Gore was a great actor playing it, and he did what he could, what he had. But if he had the tentacles, I think the hate would be a lot less. But yeah, with Boba Fett, yeah. I guess who was it? I think like 3 episodes ago, somebody gave a different perspective of him and being like an old school bounty hunter, and it was a better aspect, right, of him because we expected him some badass, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was just
Right. So why is Mando amazing, and why is Boba so bad? What makes the difference? So this is same.
concept.
Yeah.
It was concept.
because there was no Power Rangers.
They decided to make Boba Fett very zen, and by making him zen, and he's done with that life, and he's taking down the helmet and all that stuff. We don't want that. Boba Fett
Right.
growing up was, for all of us, probably one of our favorite characters. He was a badass. He never spoke, and he had all the cool gadgets.
But here's what you're missing. Boba Fett, the badass you're talking about that we grew up with, he did nothing.
He did nothing.
He was exactly.
No. He wasn't a
Nothing.
badass. He stood there and held a gun.
Yep.
I like
He
it.
literally did nothing. So they had to bring a beloved character who showed you absolutely nothing of what that character was back to life because he died, as far as everyone in the universe knew. Bring him back to life with no backstory. Whereas Mando, they had, okay, let's figure out what is this thing? Why is he wearing this? What is the thing that drives him? What makes him do that? They got to take a character and build him from nothing and give him character arc.
Because he had a fucking missile attached to his backpack. That's why he was cool. That he never used in the movies, of course.
Except
But it was
when-
so cool.
Oh, someone hit me in the back with a pole. Ah, the rocket went off. I'm gonna. That's literally all you ever got of Boba Fett. And I love
take it.
When the Lego helmets came out, the one I
Yeah.
found, I had
Immediately.
that helmet.
Yep.
It was
But that wasn't because of the show. That was because of what we grew up with.
exactly
Right.
Yeah.
They built a show off of a character that was no character,
Right.
and they just had to take it, and you couldn't reuse. Well, this is what we did for Mando, so here let's do. They had to,
So
and
so
they had
let's
to bring it back to life.
so let's
did
go,
not
let's
die.
go back to the Marvel recasting, right? So
It did not.
let's just say that. So
Oh,
as we know that Downey Jr. is gone, right?
Yeah.
Chris Evans is done. Okay, so Captain
Yeah.
America is done. Technically, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, is gone because she died, which we all know in the multiverse you can fucking grab her from a different verse.
But there was
Yeah.
a lawsuit too with her and Marvel. No.
and
Yeah, but they
they
got it.
settled it. They
They
settled it.
settled it. They're good.
Okay.
Now the
That
other
was
thing is,
before she signed on to do Black Widow. That was
And-
settled, and Black Widow was
and then
Oh, okay.
right. And then Thor, from what I understand, he's done with Thor.
Yeah,
So
because he's got health issues now,
he
right?
has health issues, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, so who is left? Now we got now we got Sam Wilson, right? And we got and I think the Scarlet Witch is done as well too. So it's
She's not done.
apparently she's done. She died in that world.
In that world, she died.
That's what I'm saying. Same thing with Black Widow. You could just grab her from
No.
a
But
different strand
forget-
and put her in there.
the Vision is still out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's
Well,
coming.
White Vision.
hold on. You know, and we forgot to bring this up. Remember, Kevin Feige said if it's not made in Marvel Studios, anything else is canon. Everything else is canon, pretty much. So that brings up a lot of different stuff that's going on. I forgot to bring that up. She'll be back. Yes, she will be back. I'm pretty sure she will.
Well, I hope so. I mean, everyone likes her. I mean, how can you not? But are we needing? Do we need a new recast for Captain America? Do we need a new recast of Iron Man?
No.
Black
I think it's time
Widow?
to move on to other characters, in my opinion. I
And
want to see
that's-
something different. You know who I want to see? I know we're a ways away, but he's coming at 2 people. Yeah, I want to see Doom. I want to see Galactus, and I want to see Null. I want to see Null.
You'll never see Null.
Never?
No.
Not.
Oh. Like I'll be too old, or
No. I think he's
impossible to do.
If he comes in, he's going to come in and out like Gore. Just
Okay.
like that. It's going to be
All right.
one of those.
Well, that'll make me really sad.
It's not.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen. The same way I've been preaching that the Midnight Suns will never happen in my lifetime either.
That's a good one, dude.
I'm just
Even with
saying.
all like the Blade stuff going on, you think there's nothing?
Well, they're rewriting everything all over again, and it's not canceled, but it's in pause right now. So,
Well, they're doing a season 2 of Moon Knight. I mean, maybe they could do, some kind of adaptation and all
And
that.
they
are
also
rushing stuff.
they announced this timeline of when things are happening, and Moon Knight is actually in the future.
Yeah.
From where we are
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of,
stuff.
did you guys watch The Color Werewolf by Night? I've yet to watch it.
I
I
haven't
watched
watched
it.
the color one. I almost didn't want to. It like ruined the first one or the black and white.
I watched it. I did enjoy it.
You liked it,
As good as the black and white though?
No, of course not.
Okay, then I don't even want.
but it
it
is
was-
visually. I would think it would be visually kind of cool seeing the green of the man thing and all that stuff, right?
So when I first watched it, I watched it by myself without the kids. The kids watched it with color. They enjoyed it because it was cool. It wasn't gory, but they saw the monster. They could actually see Man Thing. They did Man Thing good, in both black and white and in color. I'm like, wow! If you could do Man Thing good in a fucking series, why couldn't you do that stuff in a movie? Honestly, I don't get it sometimes. Like,
That's been
yes.
the DC discussion forever.
Yeah, I agree, Dorf. I agree.
You did. The Flash was a great show to
It
start
was.
off. It had
It
two
started,
good
yeah.
seasons, but then why did they cast Ezra Miller, who can't act for shit? Why? If he's also a psychopath
I
and
can't stay out
another-
of jail either, you know.
I will tell you, man, that fucking Flash.
that movie was so
Season
bad.
1 and 2 were great.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
Oh yeah, the movie. No.
So bad.
so it was good. A lot of the kids that didn't know his history liked the Flash movie. But obviously, they're gonna enjoy it because they're just fans. Kelly, I know you brought this up earlier, so I'm gonna address it right now. What about Spawn, Jamie Foxx? It's not gonna happen.
He's sick. No, he's sick.
he's no
Something's
bueno.
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
Jamie is sick, but I don't think Spawn's gonna happen next. I don't know. Man.
Listen, once again, the Tom McFarlane's trying to weasel his way in to try to direct that film. He's been trying to do that since the beginning of time, and everyone's like, "No,
Yep.
you're not
Yeah.
going to direct anything." This goes
Yeah.
back to what you were talking about earlier. People involved in comic books that want to direct, or because I could do it better. Because who else
Yep.
can direct it better than me? I wrote it.
The
Yeah.
greatest example you can have of that is Kevin Smith, who is an actor that a director we all know, we love, who was a comic nerd through and through. And at the beginning of his career, when he he can write this and that, he can direct.
Yeah.
People wanted him to do comic book movies, and he kept saying no. Yeah, he took the opportunity to rewrite the script for
Right.
Superman, whatever, but he didn't want to direct superhero stuff.
Right.
He wanted to see those movies. Now he's also, in my opinion, got really horrible taste because he likes anything the guy in the suit who watches them.
Yes.
But if you look at the episodes he's directed of some of those DC shows, and you
He's
read
sick.
the stuff that he's written for DC, he has, I don't know if he's proven to himself, but like he's given me a sense, especially after what he did with the shows, that he could do it. Being a comic book person, he could do it. But right off the bat, I'm glad he didn't. He wouldn't have been ready for it.
Right. I
He
agree.
wouldn't have done it well. Todd hasn't done anything other than great drawing, great toys, great creation of character. You know, like those.
And then
things-
Spawn has crossed over to Philadelphia recently. So, and then that's a
Yeah,
good
that's
book.
a whole other thing.
And that, you mean if you bring Philadelphia, right, their universe into a movie or a show, you have the possibility to bring Spawn, and people will not know that why. People get there's backlash where why is Spawn in this because he's
Yep.
written in the comics.
Yep.
Just like a post I recently posted on the page about Invincible. They was talking about Spider-Man crossing over. People are not even I know, and I haven't read all the comics. Is that Spider-Man will had a crossover in Invincible?
Yep, he did.
And the comments, people are like, why do they need to do all this stuff? No. They're not doing it on purpose. It's because it's already written, bro. Like it's
Yes.
part of it. So that's gonna be something to look at. And they're like, Spider-Man's not gonna be anything in that universe. Universe is OP. Do they not understand? I'm a Batman fan, but do they not understand Spider-Man's power? Like he's not just a Spider-Man that just swings. He is powerful. Like
Oh, yeah.
I just don't get it when people don't.
Dell, I
understand.
have this argument with people all the time because I'm a huge Spidey fan, like since 5 years old. And I'm pretty sure Stan said this, that Peter has never thrown a full powered punch because he doesn't want to kill someone.
Well, there we go. Like Superman, pretty much. And look,
Yeah.
Kingpin. Everybody thinks Kingpin's a badass. Spider-Man takes him down with his bare hands. Like, come on, guys, we gotta put
Yeah.
two to two together sometimes.
Yeah.
The,
This go ahead, Susan.
go on, Charlie. Now
I was just going to say, you see a lot of people who have never read a comic book in their life giving so much information on these movies and what should and shouldn't be. And I think that plays a huge negative role on both fields, you know?
I was saying that we're talking about writers and directors, and we found out that they completely canned a lot of people who were writing for the Daredevil
Yeah.
Reborn, right? So they want to start from scratch. And like I said last week, I commend the powers that be who look at the dailies or who look at the 3 episodes already done and going, yeah, that's shit.
But hold on. But weren't those writers the same writers from the Netflix? Some of them were
No, that's the whole
the
point.
thing. They went back to talk to and try and get some of those writers to help redo the Reborn stuff.
Yeah, that's not good.
So
That's why it was the original showrunner who came out and said that it was this candy-coated piece of junk that they were putting out for Disney, and that came before the firings and everything.
so
Completely with you, Caesar.
us as people who enjoy entertainment in this realm of comics, I want quality over quantity. I don't want oh my God, I can't wait for the Daredevil movie and then the show, and the people are like, oh, we got 5 episodes now. Here you go. You know, it's the me time right now. The what have you done for me lately? And then we watch it to only go, what a piece of shit that was. And then they start, what a piece of shit that was. Instead of going, we're going to make you guys wait and then release it. So then we watch it going, holy hell, that was fucking great. Right.
Yeah.
That's smart on their point. And that takes me back to the whole Batwoman thing. They let it, it was in the can, $90 million made. And they go, yeah, that sucks.
But
I still want to see it.
That's where DC failed, because DC did the right thing there, but then when they had everyone calling for them to say, reshoot, recast, do whatever you need to replace that actor, because we don't want to support this.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we're going to go ahead and do it anyway, and give hints that he might stick on as the character. And what happened? It flopped worse than Shazam.
Yeah.
If Flash was that bad, how much worse can Batgirl be, or Batwoman, or whatever they call it, could be?
No,
How much
here's the difference.
worse?
No, here's the difference. They were banking on what
Michael
we all
Keaton.
did love, Michael Keaton,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
showing up as Batman, being enough to bring those people like Spider-Man did. All of these people were so excited to see all of those Spider-Men together again, to see those guys who we originally loved in the roles and see them in this world. That was a huge driving force on why that movie did so well. Don't get me wrong, it was really well done.
Amazing.
Yeah, I do.
But it drove, and that's why all of a sudden he showed up and Ben Affleck showed up. They weren't originally supposed to be in that movie.
Yeah.
They
Well, listen, you wait till we trust me. That Batwoman, was it Batwoman or Batgirl?
I think it was Batwoman.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out.
Nah, it's not.
No.
It's not going to be released.
No. It'll be out.
Yeah.
And then everyone's gonna go, it wasn't that bad. That's what everyone's gonna say. God, it wasn't that bad. And from what I was hearing, that apparently, what's his face, Brendan Fraser, it would have been an Academy Award.
I agree, Khalif.
They say that his acting as Firefly or Firebug, one of those two. I think it was Firefly. That it was so good, it would have made the movie. But
dude, John, don't remind me. I think that's what Ezra Miller was. Ezra Miller was one of the reasons. Like whatever. But what hurt me the most is how much they ruined Flashpoint. Because that animated movie of it, right? The animated version of it was phenomenal to where I think to my favorite part where you actually saw Batman cry, right? Because Barry gave him a letter from his dad. And he cried. Batman doesn't cry often. He cries like about 3 or 4 times in the comics, right? And
they never would be able to do a proper Flashpoint. It's too much. It's too much.
There's certain things you can't adapt into film.
Yeah, it's too complicated. And I keep telling people, you can't make stuff from books to movie identical because you're not only making movies for us, but you're making it for people who don't give two shits about the
Caesar,
comics.
you can't be talking about the Flash movie. That Flash movie was for nobody. That was meant for nobody.
No, I'm talking about in general, right? There's still people who don't watch the Lord of the Rings movie because it's not like the book.
Man.
And I'll say it again. If that was the case, the fucking movie would be 7 hours long and a lot of singing. I mean, you wouldn't do that shit. So they make movies for everyone to enjoy. But if you get too complicated, you're going to have that person next to you going, why does he have those? Who's that guy? And where did he come from? Why does he have those powers? And you're like,
wait till Taylor Swift gets in a movie.
The kids, imagine.
But do you see what Max is doing, right? They're changing it up. You know how Harry Potter's so big? They're doing one whole season per book. That's what you need to do with a lot of this stuff. It's like you need to make a whole season on one series to explain every power, every detail. It's gonna be a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie.
Marvel did it right by doing Iron Man and that story, and Captain America, and then Thor, and then they built up the crescendo. Then when we first saw Avengers, the first one, and saw them all together, we were like, I can't believe I'm alive and watching this on the big screen. All of them. That one famous scene where they do the circle, right? And they're all like the Hulk and everyone just. Come on.
I'm not afraid to say. Yeah, no, go, Dorf, go.
The reason that first Avengers movie, as much as I don't like ranking my favorite, the reason that one sticks out to me as such an iconic superhero movie was the way they managed to bring all of those individual characters together and intertwine them to where no one felt like they were a backseat character.
That's right.
They all were equal leads and had equal part in an incredible film where they worked together as a team. And it was just so beautifully done.
Yep.
It was done because of the individual introduction, the individual connection we had with those characters, and the people who were writing had been a continuous team that worked together to flow them in. Yeah. I love that Marvel has all these other directors, different styles coming in and doing different things, but it does take a little bit of that away.
It does.
Bringing that together after that.
What were you going to say, Charlie?
Oh, just simply that Infinity Wars, and I'm not afraid to say this, I absolutely teared up multiple times during that movie, from being a kid to seeing things on film, watching Spidey, blip away. It was
Emotional roller
everything.
coaster.
Oh, it was everything. It was everything.
It was the perfect for
That's why
me. It was a
Infinity
perfect
Wars to me
series.
was the best.
I think that as much as we love it, that kind of ruins all the other movies because we have, to me, I think we have this masterpiece up here. Everyone wants to reach that. It's like when you do drugs, right? Say you do meth, and you get that high,
and
then you go to
me, Johnny.
hold on, and then you go to marijuana. It's a different high, but it won't be the same high as meth. So I'm not saying that.
Look, that's like saying I never want to see another Batman movie again because The Dark Knight was so amazing.
Yeah,
So
that's
what?
a good point.
The Dark Knight
That's
is
good.
by far the best Batman film to have ever.
It wasn't accumulation. Are you talking about one film? You're not seeing 5 Batman films in a row to see one masterpiece. You're seeing all these. It's a big fucking difference. One good movie. You're talking about a series of movies that are fucking awesome.
Del, I got it. I understand what you're saying, but that doesn't discredit the future of any movie being any good because we had this one that was so amazing.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
DC film has met the same mark as Endgame? Tell me right now.
Because DC sucks.
Exactly. Well, exactly. That's
But
why.
that's what we're saying
So
right
You're
DC
comparing apples and oranges until you have a
apples
movie
and
that
oranges.
is
No.
until you can have a movie that's really good.
Del, my point is exactly this. Look at the original Avengers movie, the first one. And I guarantee you at that point, none of us saw that movie being able to be topped.
And they did it.
And then at that point, don't think about the stuff that came after. When that came together and they brought all of that together, I was like, this is the greatest superhero movie ever made. Like, how can they do? And now I've got this Captain America Winter Soldier is up there with it.
Oh, I loved it.
Absolutely incredible.
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1, totally up there.
I think 1, 2, and 3 were fantastic.
They were all fantastic, but
Yeah.
one is
Yeah, they were.
by far the gold standard of the three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Infinity Wars is the best of all of them, of the Avengers movies. So just because you see, oh my God, look where it got to, it doesn't mean that, first of all, others can't be great, and it doesn't mean that we can never have another.
Oh, I'm not saying we can never have it, but so you're talking. Okay, I'm gonna go with your point. You got this one right. Oh shit, another. Oh, and another one. But has there been any movie since Endgame? Has there been any movie that's even been over here to Avengers 1 or to an Iron Man movie anywhere here?
I think
Spider-Man No
Way Home was definitely better than Avengers 1 to me.
Which was No Way Home? There was some
The one where everybody.
Still with all 3 of them, yeah.
That's the only reason because of that one scene. That's how. But overall, the movie.
It wasn't that one scene. The whole movie was great. Yes, that scene, that final fight, put it over the top.
Yes, when you saw him about to lose it, absolutely.
But that whole movie was building. The whole movie was building step by step by step. It was great.
Yeah. Andrew gets to save MJ. All of it was in
my
that
part. It
was. Yeah. You know what? It was good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Johnson, do you mean the Snyder cut? That's what I'm assuming you meant. The Snyder cut.
He means
the Donner cut. I was reading Justice League for.
Yeah. So Superman 2 was. Oh, okay. Superman 2 was all right. Right. He's saying there's a Donner cut, so that should
Superman
be.
2 was great, except for I'm going to pull off my cellophane chest plate and throw it on people.
Oh, that's what the 3 guys, right? In the mirror,
exactly.
the mirror. Oh yeah, that was yeah.
Okay. That's what pretty much what I mean, I may be a little extreme, but what Chris said is like, I think the ceilings, the roof is kind of high for a lot of these movies. Everybody's expecting greatness for now on.
I always bring up M. Night Shyamalan. He blew his load with The Sixth Sense. So every other movie from there go like, oh, this guy's gonna be good, and then you can.
And Signs, I love Signs.
Signs was good.
Yeah.
I like The Village. It was good, but it wasn't leading up to that Academy Award winning The Sixth Sense, which and in every movie thereafter it was like it was all right, but it's not The Sixth Sense.
Spoiler: he was dead the whole time.
He was dead the whole time.
I will say with Signs, I have an issue with any alien movie that just goes back with, oh, we're being invaded. Oh, they can't deal with water.
Yeah.
This
or like War of Worlds with the bacteria.
Yeah.
not the planet you come to if you have an issue with water.
Let's conquer a world.
You can travel interstellar, but we're gonna lose to water.
You go to a planet with 70% water. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. So Avengers: Infinity Gauntlet and Endgame is probably to me the perfect trilogy of movies of comic. I mean, I do like obviously the Godfather movies and Lord of the Rings. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan.
Comic, yeah.
Well,
But of the comic and the Godfather, Godfather 3 is a little,
no, you can't.
Also, non-Star Wars. Let's remove Star Wars from this conversation.
Yeah, and so I dig it. I'm all right, and you're right. Are we going the next phase 5? Let's just say Jonathan Majors is exonerated and everything's fine, and he's gonna be the next Kang. Is the Kang Dynasty the next 3 Avengers gonna be equal to the original Avengers? It's like Dell's saying, that's some big ass shoes to fill.
I think a Galactus movie, if they do it well, will be good to meet
as
up
long
there.
as
I
it's
think better.
Huge.
Yes.
I want that Galactus, the helmet and fucking big and floating in space. But but how goofy is that going to look? Though?
That's why I think Doom's going to be there instead of Galactus.
You're not going to have that kind of impact that you're talking about unless the people who are fighting in the Avengers, you have that deep connection that you had with the other Avengers leading up to the Avengers trilogy.
Yep.
Right now, the people you've got left, you have hatred for.
Yeah, people don't like them.
Yeah. And
that's why they want to bring back the old.
You know what?
Okay, you don't have to do that.
New characters.
Yep. Or different people taking the mantle, but build it that way. Like, I actually think that Captain America, the New World Order, could be a strong step in that direction to give, because they did it with the show, with Falcon and Winter Soldier, slowly building that connection to him, taking on the mantle at the end, and now you continue that on with a film, and if that is done right, you can get that connection to him.
Hey, Apocalypse was nerf. So you're talking about nerf, right? Hulk has been nerfed so much.
That was on purpose.
Okay.
That was on purpose.
If there was any issues that I had with the whole series, it probably would have been too much Professor Hulk, which I wasn't a big fan of.
And then there talks about how about the son of Hulk, right? With the hairline back there.
With the LeBron James hairline up the back with the one up here.
We will never see that again. In fact, they might erase him from history of comics.
I hope they do what they did with Sonic, right, and change it up a lot. And but they're talking about Wolverine Hawk with season 2 of She-Hulk. Right, they're supposed to introduce it. Yeah. Look, She-Hulk wasn't as bad. I rewatched it. It's not as bad as it was. Just at the time, it was like I felt like it was so forced. It was
humor. Fun. It was different.
But yes, hold on. Let me get back. Gosh, I rewatched before you crucify me. I rewatched it. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a solid 7. I enjoyed it. The ending was the last episode was crap. Other than that, I like the rest of the series. I hate how she got her powers though. Like, I know that's how she. But I wish she was more like. I wish more of a badass kind of. Like she was a badass.
Did you ever see Blazing Saddles?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I did.
The ending of She-Hulk was such an homage to Blazing Saddles to me. It makes no sense for that ending to be in that movie. It makes no sense for that ending to be in that show, and that's what made it fun and different and completely out of the box.
I already forgot that whole ending.
Me too, actually.
It's been forever.
I don't even.
Like 2 years ago?
You know what? The best part of that when Daredevil came in and they fought together, and that's about it.
Nah, the Daredevil was it the gold helmet? Was that was in
that's his original, yeah.
Yeah.
He went yellow. Yeah, he went yellow.
Yeah.
And he banged her.
And he pussy banged her.
You know what? In talking about Daredevil, I love his cameo in the movie Spider-Man too.
Absolutely.
That was kind of cool.
How did you do that? I'm a really good lawyer.
Theaters. I'm over here fist pumping like, yeah.
But
I like talking about that movie still. I like that part also when he was like, y'all can shoot webs. You know how everybody has to make, and he's like, so he's the only one that can shoot it naturally. And then like, does it come out anywhere else? I'm like, this.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
that reminded me of Kevin Smith talking to Stan Lee and Mallrats and saying, he's all rock. I mean, is everything?
It's we're gonna find out. It's also let's take a step back. Regardless of what the MCU does, it's gonna be fun for us to talk about it. We're all gonna watch it. At one point or another, we're gonna watch the shows. We're gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the Marvels when it comes out on Disney. I'm not gonna go to the theaters and watch it because I'm gonna hear people going, "What a trash! Worst opening since blah blah blah." Who wants to see that and all that? All right, we're gonna make our own decisions when we watch it ourselves. Okay, so then what's next? Right? What's the next
Aquaman.
big movie? So now we're talking DC stuff and Aquaman. Once again, I'm not going to go to the theaters and watch it. I'll wait for it to be on WB or Max.
I'm gonna say the difference to what you're saying right now. I'm going to go to see the Marvels in the theater because, first of all, I'm hoping it's not bad, but also I don't want the box office to be shit. Because if it does end up being a good movie and no one went, we're fucked.
That's a good point. I never really thought about it that way.
The reason I didn't go and see The Flash in the theaters and I waited for Max was because I deliberately wanted that movie to not have a support because of
failure.
Because of Ezra Miller and only Ezra Miller. I want to see Aquaman in the theater, and I'm not sorry, Caesar. I'm not crazy about the movie. I'm certainly not an Amber Heard fan. I'll go and see that one in the theater because, again, I hope it doesn't suck. I like Jason Momoa. I don't hate Aquaman, while he's not the most incredible of characters to ever be made. Like, I'm happy to see that and help support it in hopes that it's good. And
it's going to end regardless, right? Go ahead, Caesar. I'm sorry.
No, what to that point, Dorf. If Taylor Swift comes out in this fucking movie and it's a multi-billion movie and it's complete shit, but it made tons of money because of Taylor Swift,
then acting classes.
We're gonna be seeing another shitty movie. They're gonna make another shitty movie with whoever the hot person's gonna be in, and they're going, "Oh, this is easy. We'll just cast."
The only reason I'm saying that won't happen is because I have faith in the people who are dealing with Deadpool, because it's the same people who did the first two, which I've really enjoyed. And I don't know if, again, we talked about it once upon a time on here, the Deadpool 2 kid-friendly version. They made a version of it that is appropriate.
Did they really?
And it has the beginning scene is they stolen straight from The Princess Bride. It has Fred Savage sick in bed being read the story of Deadpool. Like,
that's amazing.
Yes, I did see that.
I saw that. Isn't that the original?
No, that's not the original.
I have never seen this.
It's fun. It's not amazing. But it's so fun and different. And it was just the people who are making this know what they like. They know what their fans like, and they play with it. So I'm not worried about her showing up in that movie and doing what you're saying because of who's making it.
Dorf, doesn't Fred Savage have like a little Deadpool figure on the side table or one of those?
Yes,
it's behind his head.
That's the second version. You probably watched it streaming, right? You didn't watch it in the theater.
So I saw both.
Wow. Oh yeah. I was gonna say. So you missed out a lot of good stuff then.
Khalif, yes, they're talking about that guy that we see. It's not the right Jamie Foxx, so I know what you're talking about. But with what Dorf was saying about him watching Aquaman, I'm not hoping it bombs, because I already know it's the end. I'm not gonna see another Aquaman, so I'm gonna go watch it just to enjoy it. But there's talks. You know how we're talking about recasting. Chris Evans went from Torch to Captain America. They're talking about him going to be as Lobo. What are your thoughts? What is y'all's thoughts of him as Lobo?
Perfect. You know why? We're gonna kind of forget it's Momoa because he's gonna have so much makeup on.
So much.
We're gonna hear his voice unless they tweak it in the audio and make it more grovelly.
Yeah, Matt.
But we're gonna complete the same way we forgot Human Torch and he became Captain America. We're gonna forget if Lobo is good. If Lobo sucks, then Momoa, I think he's no longer gonna make any more movies.
Well, the thing is, there is a character in WWE named Roman
Yeah, that's
It's WWE. He acts every fucking time he's there.
yeah.
It's a different type of acting, though.
Well, I mean, you think he
But then again, Dave Bautista is fucking badass, so I like that guy.
John Cena's on there.
John Cena,
The Rock is still makes money. I'm not saying the acting is the best, but there's a lot of people that come from WWE to the movies.
Speaking of Batista, did you guys watch the
Cabin in the Woods?
Cabin, yeah, that was awesome.
No, I didn't watch it.
I
love
that's one of my go-to watches this weekend.
Shyamalan movie, right? We're just talking about that.
Is it Shyamalan?
Awesome, but I enjoyed it compared to his other crap.
Good. Okay, so I'm comparing it to like some of the dirt. So to me, it was a little, it was awesome. But yeah, I loved it.
I even liked him in Glass Onion. If you guys ever watched that.
No,
I think he acted well.
Of that version of Deadpool into
he
the
carries that movie.
Once Upon a Deadpool is what it's called. So if you want to look for it and stream it,
what's it called?
Deadpool.
Once Upon a
Deadpool.
That's funny because I could have sworn I saw that version, but it was the naughty. So what's the kid version? Is it naughty? Is it not naughty or what?
No, it's just the beginning in certain parts.
And it doesn't have all of the. It's not as graphic.
I was gonna say, is it less gore?
It's more okay.
Okay.
Does Jason he carries the movie? That's good. I mean, I really wish Dave Bautista had more roles. He honestly, I feel like he has more acting chops than other wrestlers. So I'm hoping he keeps on, improving and getting different.
Well, I tell you what, we talked about this many times because we know he's done with playing Drax. I would love to see him as Bane.
Well, you can't see him.
This guy. There we go.
You brought this fucker on.
But I agree, Bane would be amazing.
And since
really,
I could see James Gunn bringing these people on, right? It's already been talked about. He's already trying to swing people his way from all his Galaxy folks.
Yep.
Bring them into the DC side.
Yep.
I would not be surprised if we see Dave Bautista in a DC character. I personally think he would kill it as Bane.
Yep.
Obviously, with a little bit of some CGI stuff, but I want the real Bane, right? I want the fucking tubes and veining up and
green stuff
coming out. I want classic. Now they tried that in that Batman Freeze movie with Poison Ivy and They did that character, didn't they? Didn't they try that?
Yeah, it was really quick and not wonderful, but
I don't even remember it. Well,
Uma Thurman was Poison Ivy. You had
Uma Thurman.
She was a good Poison Ivy.
Schwarzenegger.
What you're saying right now and just steal people over from Guardians. I would love to see Chris Pratt as a Green Lantern, not Hal Jordan.
Oh wow!
I would love to see him as Guy Gardner.
Oh wow!
You can see him with that bowl haircut.
He would need to get back in shape, though.
For the record, he doesn't have to have a bowl haircut. There's different times. Has different haircuts.
No, he's got to have the bowl haircut, or else
it doesn't work.
But I think he could do a very good job with that.
You know what? And you know what series I'm really looking forward to that has great possibilities. Like it can choose a lot of characters. Is Amanda Waller, because she is in a lot of people or characters' lives or crossovers.
Which Amanda Waller do you want?
Ooh.
The one that you've been seeing.
No. Well, he's not talking about the actress. He's talking about the characters in the comics, right?
Oh no, I'm talking about the actors.
No, he's talking about the actress. I think she's
Amanda Davis right now.
Yeah, Viola Davis for me is Amanda Waller because that's I'm fine with if they were to recast her. I'll be like, why?
She's not the only one who's played.
Yeah, he's her.
Oh, you're going based on TV? The TV Amanda Waller's?
I would say somebody younger.
We're talking about the same actress,
to make
like
a long
Peacemaker and all.
Yeah,
this.
right.
Yeah.
I never saw. Just to let you guys know, I never saw one episode.
Oh, that's right. He was
Flash on TV. Arrow. I never saw one episode. To me, it was too teenagey CW from the beginning, so I was out.
All right.
So if there was an Amanda Waller in that show, then I wouldn't know who it is.
Yeah. Just in response to Jason, again, until they actually start producing the Green Lantern show, because it's going to be these Green Lanterns, it's going to be these Green Lanterns, it's going to be on now, I don't believe any of it until I see it, and I love Nathan Fillion. Right. I think Nathan Fillion is much more of
Dorf likes Green Lantern. I know he does. Green Lantern has so many story arcs that are so great. I
Yeah.
think the Blackest Night was one of the cooler ones. Like honestly, people downplay uh, Green Lantern so much, and they can understand he can be as powerful as he wants if he has a mind to. You know what I mean? And that's why different characters are stronger, not because they're physically stronger, because they're mentally stronger. That
But you have to also remember what the rumors are about the Green Lantern show
what?
on Max, that they're going to do more of a true crime version of the Green Lanterns, meaning
Because of the budget.
Like
of-
the Batman?
no, like the show on HBO. Well, sorry, Max, True Crime. I don't know if you ever seen them. Fantastic.
Oh, yes. With
They wanna go with
McConaughey and
Yes, all those. And they did
Oh.
about 4 seasons of those with different actors, right? Different cops. They want to do it in that form of sort of detective. I don't know how they would do it, but that's for the TV show. Then that's where I think Gunn is going for a lot of major stuff is going for the TV side of things because I want Constantine and I want it back.
oh, me too.
Yeah,
And he's been
Yep.
talking about Keanu Reeves. He's been jonesing to do it.
dude, and they could bring Santana in with that movie too, and that's a
Once you introduce Constantine into the universe, now we're gonna
The
open up
magic
the
part of
whole,
it.
now we're gonna
Oh
talk
my
about the
God.
whole Justice League Dark
Yep.
with Swamp Thing.
Man, that'd be
Anna.
fun.
I mean, they could go nuts on the TV side of things.
Yeah.
Doctor Fate.
Right?
Obviously, Doctor. Honestly, oh my God, there's so
They
much
could do a lot. Now the thing is though, when they want to do movies, and this is the reason why everyone's going like, I don't get it, is that he wants to do an authority movie, right? And it's like everyone's like, what? But he brought Guardians of the Galaxy into the forefront when no one knew who the fuck they were.
That is a great point.
True, on 100%. I get that.
You know what we can compare them to is the Watchmen, right? Because that was a good series.
I did like
movie.
those series.
Dr. Manhattan, nobody knew how OP he was.
You're right.
Really? That guy, honestly, is up. I think he's stronger than Superman.
He is 100%.
Depends on the writer, right? You know, all this other
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
But
Watch was one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
It's a good movie all the way around.
Ryan was better as Constantine. Oh.
Yeah, people like Matt Ryan because he was blonde and
No,
he did the whole thing.
Look, I never saw the Keanu Reeves movie. I've told you this. Not that I
Dwarf.
just haven't seen it. Stop. I know.
Okay, all right. Well, you're
Where's
forgetting.
where's that thing at? Hold on. Okay.
Oh, this guy. That was.
But the guy who played the character on the show, he was great.
Yeah. He had an
Not
accent.
He was blonde. Forget the accent. His acting. You believed him in that role. And that's what matters. And again, I don't have a huge affinity for Constantine going back, and there are plenty of people who do.
Oh,
but
I'm
He
for it.
made you believe him in that role. And that's why it was fun.
So what's funny is I'm almost the opposite. I actually refused to watch that show because of Keanu in the movie. I was like, nah, I'm good mentally. I'm good for a while until Keanu comes back.
Yeah, I'm in. Keanu for me, even though his acting is one way sometimes, it's
I know Kung Fu
I
and magic.
I know Kung Fu. So it's all right. I'm good with that. But then the Swamp Thing movie, he wants to do Authority. He wants to do Wanda, the Wanda Amanda Miller show. He wants to do this and that. And let's not forget, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but they're going to make a second version of a sequel to The Samaritan.
Yes,
that came out on
was-
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I saw it. I went to go visit my daughter in Montana. I had an Airbnb. I was like, you know what? Let's watch this. It was all right.
Right, it's solid 8, right?
It was all right. It was I didn't hate it, but people are saying, why are they making a sequel to a movie that bombed? People critiqued it, but he's gonna fucking do a sequel anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good for you.
Because they can.
What's the other show he's doing that did last year? The one that's in Oklahoma.
Oh, Tulsa Kings.
Yes, Tulsa King. Who knew that was going to be a
with,
hit show?
So good.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester
That's so
Stallone.
good. So
It's
good.
very good. It really is.
See, now that's a show that does not binge, right? It was every week, and we're like, oh no. Certain shows, and we're gonna go back to this. It goes all back full circle. certain shows you need to binge.
Yeah,
I will.
And like
I will wait
certain-
until Tulsa King season 2 is done so I can binge it.
and
Hey,
other shows, and there's certain shows you're like, okay, I'll wait till next week because it doesn't end in certain cliffhangers. But this show, it wants you, it feeds you. You're like, I
Yeah.
need to watch. I'll be up
Yeah.
to 3:00 in the morning
Yep.
calling sick
I
kind of a
agree.
day, you know.
Who knew that show was gonna blow up as much as it did?
it's crazy.
Like Sylvester, even though as old as he is, he's like, okay, I'm giving him praise, right, for this. But then you have his movie, Expendables, came out.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was crap. I'm still gonna
Wait,
watch
wait.
it.
You haven't seen Expendables, like number 1?
No,
the
number
newest
4.
one.
Oh,
I haven't
wait a
seen
minute.
it, but from my understanding, he's barely in it.
Oh, Stallone?
Yeah.
Oh, so are they
That's
kind of passing the torch? Is that what's one of
Probably.
those
He
things?
was- from what I understand, he's kind of peripherally in it. Like
Ah.
he's not, I don't even think he goes on the mission.
Oh, that's terrible.
He's doing Bruce Willis, pretty much.
I mean,
So-
except that he's still healthy.
Yeah. Bruce Willis is not. I saw a picture of him. He's not doing too bad.
It's a really a shame.
Wow, look at that.
oh
we get
shit! It's 2 hours already.
2 hours right away. See that this is what happens sometimes when we do the shit shows, because then the shit shows we get to geek out. Not that you're on the shit show, Charlie, but you do geek out with the rest of us.
Listen, that was so last show we had like someone like pretty famous up there, right? And I was just kind of like, oh, this is amazing. Tonight,
that's right.
tonight I had an absolute blast, just having fun.
Charlie said helped us and saved the show because somebody's internet sucked ass. I'm not gonna say who it was, but if you were watching, Rodney was disappointed in a certain fellow, so that's probably why he doesn't respond to his messages anymore.
Not my show, huh? That's right.
Yeah, you
Out
were
of
having some trouble that
out of
night,
all
bro.
the shows,
But that, I'm glad. I told Charlie, Cow, we're probably gonna need your help. We did.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I got my internet better. Well, good. Well, that was fun, man. That was good.
Absolutely, gentlemen.
Before we go out, we're gonna go ahead and do our share out. Talk about what we need to talk about. Promote. So, Dorf, you go first. Is there anything you want to promote?
So that's not me. That's Charlie. That's me. So I'm Dorf, the Dorf Knight. I am founder and admin in D&D's Comic Smash pop culture group. I am an admin in Ramen Reserves Raz group. I am in and a moderator in Comics Buy Sell Trade. I sell shit. I buy shit. I have fun doing it. I love talking comics. I chat with these guys all the time. Reach out. You're looking for something. I help you hunt them down like I did with Caesar. I'm here for your guys' pleasure and for my own. Thanks for having me.
All right, and obviously, Charlie.
People might take advantage of that.
Yeah, I'm Charlie. I own Lost Boy Comics. Is growing fast, and we're having fun doing it. But most certainly, the most fun is all you guys in this community. It is a joy hanging out with you guys every day, talking to you guys every day, and having an absolute blast every day. And also, anyone who joined us tonight gets a chance tomorrow at this beautiful 1 in 50 Spider-Punk. Okazaki, if I said that right.
I'm not gonna be the person to tell you did it because I obviously murder everybody's like.
No, I have no idea. Okazaki sounds good. Anyone help?
Sounds about right. And where? How do they reach you on IG?
So it's Lost Boy Comics at Lost Boy Comics.
Right.
Yeah, easy.
And then lostboycomics.com as your site, right?
Yep. You can email me, text me, whatever you need.
Sweet.
So Caesar, you want to promote something?
Yeah. What am I doing? So if you need a voiceover for your IG promos or anything else, I'm getting actually more and more work of people that want me to do the voiceovers for their promo reels and or interviews that they're going to come up with. That's me. Hit me up. Dracula's Wolf, or I am in there somewhere. The Reel's Dracula's Wolf on IG. There I am. And I want to thank Charlie for helping me obtain some of my grails. You guys will know about this later. You know what? This is the funny thing too, is that there's another book that's on its way now to CGC that I'm not even telling you guys about.
Oh,
That is
no.
the ultimate. I have my top 3. It's on top of that.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Comics 26.
You know what it is? It's the fucking what's it gonna come back? Roulette. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? It makes my fucking makes the brown star kind of perk up. You know what I'm saying?
Like worried about grade or
Yes.
or
Green
color?
Going back to me.
It was a 3.5
Okay.
CBCS.
Oh, so you know what?
Oh, yes.
You're gonna get a 4 or 5.
1.0.
It was a 3.5 CBCS. I had them crack it,
Press and
clean it,
clean.
and he worked on it for a long time.
5.5.
Ooh, what
And
a
it-
jump!
Really?
Who did it? Do I know the person that did it? That pressed it?
Maybe Larry, my presser.
Okay.
Larry.
He's done wonders. He's bumped. I say 5 even. 5 even.
Listen
2.5.
from your lips to Odin's ears, because okay, all right, let's do this. Now I'm curious. What do you say, Dorf?
So remember, I had traded for a CBCS ASM 129. That was a 7.0. Cracked it, pressed it, had it sent to CGC, and it came back a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that has never happened to me.
It just happened.
But did you agree to that grade though?
Yeah, I would not argue that that's where it belongs.
Okay.
What if
Okay.
you cracked it and sent it again and played a little roulette game?
I don't need to because I sold it and I have a 9.0 now.
Oh, well, there you go.
So what? Let's play the game. So what are you thinking it's going to come back at?
So based on your telling me that it was a CBCS 3.5, I'm thinking 2.5 to 3.
Okay. And what about you? Yeah.
I say 5.
And you, Charles?
Yeah, if you say a 3.5, and this is my little secret, I do this a lot. CBCS overgrades, in my opinion. I press and clean those bad boys and send them, and I usually get a 1-point bump. So I'm going 4 or 5.
4 or 5. All right.
Yep.
And side note, I bought a Doctor Strange 169 CGC old label 8.0. Got it cracked. Not different presser. Got it cracked. Came back 7.5. So let's play the fucking game again. So
Yeah,
I sent it
roulette,
back.
baby.
I sent it back to him. He's pissed off that it came back that low. He's going to work a little bit of magic, and he's going to resend it free of charge because he says, I'm so pissed off. I'm not going to charge you. We're going to do it. He's going to send it out, and we're going to see what it comes back at.
Yeah.
I have a book on its way for its third crack and press that it's grading right now.
Dirt cracking press.
But I did say this will be the last time because if I keep fucking playing this game, it's going to come back at a 4.0 eventually.
Listen,
Oh,
you're playing with human beings. At some point, you're going to catch the guy who had a great night the night before. You know?
That's what I'm saying. And if it's the same guy, he's going to go, I know this book. You son of a bitch. I'm going to put a 7.0.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So-
man, that was good.
With that being said, tomorrow, Caesar always forgets, tomorrow at
Thank you.
4 o'clock Central, we are doing, remember, we started doing it about a month ago, our movie review with Shannon and Mandy. We're going to be talking about heaven and hell movies.
Mhm.
So if you want to get on and talk about it, get some ideas, throw it in the comment section. We've been having some good feedback and comments, and a lot of new people that come in during the day. So it's different, for honestly, that we're having. Next week we do have BTC, which is Big Time Collectibles, coming with Nelson Chua.
Mhm.
Thank you, Charlie, for switching days because Charlie was supposed to come next week. Nelson was supposed to come, but he's at a game today or something like that. I can't remember what he said. But so that's going to be fun. And then the following week, we got Caesar's surprise guest. And I think you both have seen him in the show, in the movie or show, whatever. So
In the movie?
Yeah,
So
he's been in the movie.
Oh, all right.
that's your inspector. Yes, it does. It does. That's a whole different show altogether right there. We're bringing it all back again.
You know what, Dell? Next time we have a shit show, we're going to talk about grading.
Because you also have the other grading we already talked about, right? And then,
Yeah.
damn, so see, it's 2 hours of just doing this, and we didn't go with everything because obviously we didn't talk about Loki, just respect on our door because we just didn't go in depth. But honestly, it's just fun. It was fun.
Next time we do another shit show, meaning we don't have a certain guest, and we're doing one of these geeking outs. We're going to bring up the grading systems and how it works, everyone's horror stories. Charlie, I'm pretty sure you have some.
Yeah, I could tell you
about.
everything.
All of the results of this journey into mystery, first appearance of the Destroyer.
Oh, there we go.
Love
And I'm hopefully by then I'll have my answer of some of the stuff.
And we also got to talk about how much these prices have gone down on a lot of these books, right?
And
So wait, let me do this real quick because I feel like this gets talked about so often. Everyone thinks, oh, it was COVID and everyone had more time and more money because of the government. That's tiny piece. So much of all these high prices were because everyone was dumping their crypto money into collectibles for taxes.
Well, I honestly never heard of that.
Telling you.
What's her-
Telling you.
And that's what made the balloon
Yep.
explode.
Yeah, because crypto money is wee.
And you think also the money that people were getting for the COVID money,
That played a small role, but you're talking about, hundreds of dollars versus
what
thousands and thousands that people were making in crypto.
Yeah, and I agree because people that didn't have money to buy these big books had the money at that time. So you have that, and then you have these movies actually driving the prices of books. Now it's not doing the same. It's not. Look, Taylor Swift is actually pushing Dazzler.
That's it.
Because
That's
of who
that's
she
a
is.
rarity.
But that's it.
That's right.
What happened with Venom? What happened to ASM 361? It went up to like
It went
1,000.
Then crash.
And then crash.
Like not even within days.
Movies will crash. Movies may not rise, make the needle move, but it will definitely fucking make it move on the downside if the movie blows.
Oh yeah.
But for collectors like me, I don't give a shit.
Me either.
Because guess what? Great, I could get the pennies of the dollar now compared to what I could have back in the day.
Yep.
So it has it. Anyways, we can talk about.
Yeah, we'll go on.
Hold on. Before we leave, because I know he's a big fan. Remember that Miles Morales variant that was going for $40,000?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
And now it's like what at 18 or 15?
I think at 18 recently.
Yeah, that is a.
There's a very unhappy buyer looking at that book going, I spent 40 grand on this. Why?
Unless you were trying to hide your profit from certain things, then you don't care.
Yeah. True that.
That is an interesting concept. That is an interesting theory there, Charlie.
Yep.
I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter.
Damn, that was a good one.
He doesn't accept crypto.
No.
Maybe in the very, very far future.
NFTs, maybe?
No.
That
was like crypto, but on meth.
That's why we talk about meth in this show. That's crazy. One day,
drowning babiys, drowning kids.
Oh my gosh! Anyways, it was a great show. I will try to get all the names as soon as possible to
please
Charlie for that. It was a great show. It went by freaking fast. Honestly, as soon as Caesar was talking, I kind of knew what he was checking. All right, folks. I looked at the time, like 2 hours.
Yeah.
We usually he cuts it out for about an hour and a half, and that's when we got like a 15-minute time. But today was fluid, and the
time
comment
flies
section,
when you're having fun, baby.
I tell you what, and whenever we talk about, and I guarantee you, when we do this again, we talk about the gradings and stuff like that. People come out of the woodworks because whenever you mention the companies, the grading companies, people love talking about their experiences, and that chat goes crazy every single time. So it's gonna be fun next time.
So what a quick story. Aaron Barling kind of screwed us over because one night we had Aaron Barling on and he was talking about GGC screwing him over, and I tried to get them on the show and they're like, I don't think we were a good match together. Technically it was
Thanks, Aaron.
I was like, damn it, Aaron. But we have a new show, so hopefully we can get him on soon.
Oh, true. There you go.
Yeah. And the amount of facial hair here, guys, fellas, I approve. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I just noticed that. Yeah.
I just shaved too. I'm ashamed now. I want dwarf beard, baby. Look at that.
Nah, you don't want that. It's like a raccoon.
It's like a raccoon.
It's like he's hiding a raccoon under his chin.
Just for when I see you.
No, that's nice.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
All right, boys.
See us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central and next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. As always, thank you very much for tuning in and signing off.